about to get underway here at Kangaroo Stadium. Stephenville and Weatherford, third game of the season. Weatherford 1-1, Stephenville is 2-0. You can hear the can fans, and it's good to hear the cans back again this week, and as well the bands and stings.
Bruce, I think a lot of people are watching this rebroadcast on the cable, which is produced by nothing but Sports Productions. Man, what a tremendous job they do this. We're very proud to be associated with those guys right here out of Weatherford.
Boy, and it's always nice to suck up a little bit, too.
Yeah. Well, maybe they'll put our picture on the screen.
Thank you. Cattell getting ready. The opening kick is away. High end-over-end kick that will chase Bryles all the way back to the goal line. He'll come out, hand the ball to Evan. Evan fakes one, gives a second. It's Carl, opening space, 20, cuts back, 25, up to the 30. Makes the move, gets up to the 34-yard line, and the starburst return worked well as the dealer, Evan, took the ball from Bryles, faked to Hunter, then gave the ball to Cardwell. He gets out to the 34-yard line. First and 10 for Stephenville at that point.
I love that starburst. When your team's running it, you hate it when you're on defense. And you know, helmets off or hats off to Evan. That's got to be the craziest thing, to stand there with your back to a bunch of guys screaming and hollering as they run down. You know they're going to hit you.
Jimmy Ferrazas is his protection man, so you know he buys his lunch all week.
Absolutely.
Luker will start out in shotgun, twins to the near side, trips to the far side. Luker is the only back in the backfield. Awaits the snap, it's to him. Setting up, Luker looking to throw, is in some trouble. He'll escape across the 30, out to the 35, gets up to the 40-yard line, and about a 6-yard pickup for Luker, who saw the pocket collapse around him. He did a nice job to find a seam between his linemen. Then Chad Messimer made the tackle. He's originally the one that flushed him and then chased Luker to about the 40-yard line. It'll set up now, second down and a long 4.
Yeah, if you watch on the replay there, Messner made a great spin move right at the snap of the ball to go around his guy, and man, that was a great move, and Luker was in trouble early, but could run with the football.
Luker in shotgun, hands to Hunter. Hunter will be stacked up for about a 5-yard loss. The Kangaroos were on a stunt that way to the side. The handoff went out of shotgun formation. A loss of 3, maybe 4, depending on the spot. Yeah, it'll come all the way back to the 35-yard line.
Well, they didn't give him any forward progress, did they?
None at all. It'll be a loss of 4 on the play, almost 5. So it'll be third down and 9 for the Jackets at their own 35-yard line. Jackets across the front. Doty, Alvarado, Doty, Collier, and Lilly, Luker, Hunter, and Tinkleberg and Ferrazas in the backfield with a whole host of receivers. We'll get to those in a minute.
Well, let's see if they blitz here, Boots.
Trips to the far side, one receiver near side, one back is Hunter behind Luker. He goes in motion to the far side. Throwing the quick shot is to Carwell. Carwell gets up to the 30, tries to make a move, 40, first down, 45, 50. Gets across the midfield stripe and will be tackled out of bounds right there. And a la Cardwell gets that one all by himself. Chuck Wilkie has to make the tackle at the midfield stripe. And just credit Cardwell for making a few people miss in the open field.
Well, that's exactly what that play is. I'm going to put my best guy out there and let you try to put your best guy and see if you can stop him. What a great move at the 40 to get an extra 10 yards. Wilkie saved the touchdown.
Trips to the far side, twins to the near side. Luker is in shotgun formation, standing about 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He looks to Art for the audible. The play comes in. Luker awaits the snap. It's back to him. Low but handled. Luker stepping up, throwing a deep ball across the middle. Evan catches at the 25-yard line and then drops. The ball was right to Evan. He had to slow down momentarily, but a ball, I bet if you ask Chris, he says, I should have brought that catch in.
Yeah, depending on the play, number 20, Grant Coates, he might have just got his hand in there in the pocket, and just enough to deflect that ball or break the concentration.
It is now second down and 10 for the Jackets. Trips to the far side, twins to the near side. Luker is in shotgun. Straight ahead, handoff to Luker, in some trouble, gets past the line of scrimmage and down to the 45-yard line. A pickup of 4, maybe 5 on the play. It'll set up third down and a very short 6 needed for the Jackets. Ball will be spotted at the 46-yard line. Third down, and John, it was a quarterback draw from shotgun set up the whole way.
You're exactly right. And Ben Castillo, defensive tackle, welcome to the football game, and meet Mr. Felix Alvarado. Boy, he just...
Little love tap. Fifi gave him a little love tap.
No, he pancaked.
All right.
That was ugly.
Trips to the far side, twins to the near side. Luker once again in shotgun, awaiting the snap. Snap back to Luker, setting up in the pocket, across the outside. It's caught by Steed, 35, 30, knocked out of bounds at the 25-yard line, and a nice little 12-yard curl pattern on the near sideline by Casey Steed. The defenders had backed off on the play. Luker hit him with a nice turn-in pass. He picks up another 5 to 6 yards after the reception. First down, Stephenville at the 26-yard line of Weatherford.
Hobbs rather had to make the had to make the tackle, but he was 15 yards away from him. There was a breakdown in the defense there. You see that occasionally. That's the third down on this drive.
Trips to the far side. One receiver near side. Cardwell is by himself. One back is Hunter coming in motion to the near side. Luker under center, throwing the deep ball across the middle, just over the head of Evatt. Evatt was open. He would have scored if the connection could have been made, but just a little bit too much of a line drive from Luker over the head of Chris Evatt. It brings up now 2nd down and 10 from the 26 of Weatherford.
And the reason it was a little bit over his head, that's just one of those timing passes. Mark Pierce, number 34, the backer who was defending Evatt, gave him a little bit of a bump at the 20-yard line, and that was just all it took to slow him down. And again, on those timing passes like that, everything's got to work to perfection. That time, Pierce with a good defense.
Twins to the near side. One receiver far side is Evatt. Two backs are behind Luker. The fullback, Hunter, goes to a fullback on the right side, and then Combs goes in motion. Hunter rolling out, setting up, Luker throws the ball to Hunter. The ball is just a little bit low. It is incomplete. Hunter was going to be tackled immediately once he made the catch anyway. Would have only gone for about 2 or 3 yards. But, all for naught, it is an incomplete pass. And, John, as you said, another 3rd down.
They've kept this drive alive, and, you'd like to see them go ahead and move it into the end zone. But even if they don't, I think they may be in 4-down territory, but they're definitely in field goal range right now.
Well, the way this drive's going, I would expect Stephenville, if they do not get the 1st down, to go ahead and get it on the 4th. Luker is in shotgun, is under center. Jackets will go with 4 wingbacks on the right side. Luker in shotgun. Evatt will go in motion to the far side. T.J. Douglas escapes from the far left side. Luker looks the fullback. Now he'll run. Inside 20. Cut back. 20-15. Down to about the 12-yard line and a 1st down. Luker on the rollout did a nice job when he saw the open 10 in front of him. He took it.
Let's see. They're going to give him the 14. That's a 12-yard game. What a great move by Luker as he looked, nothing there, tucked it up, and he didn't hesitate. Boy, that's what you want to see in your quarterback.
Well, John, right at the beginning of the play, you looked at the same thing I did. T.J. Douglas was by himself on the left side of the tight end. Luker rolled away from him, but I see the Jackets coming back to that with Douglas getting man-to-man coverage, and with his lanky frame, expect the lob ball to him and possibly a touchdown in the same situation. Back to action. Luker under center. Play action. Setting up in the pocket. Looking to throw. Across the middle. Has an open receiver, but it's underthrown.
How open was Douglas?
Boy, that's the one I was looking at. I thought Luker was going to Douglas because he was wide open. The ball actually went to Steed in the end zone. He was double covered. It is incomplete, but you're right. TJ on the cross was completely open in the middle.
He was just running that little drag back over the middle, let all the action go away from you, drag back across the middle, and you got to figure they'll go back to that one later, Boots. He was wide open. Kellen just about a half a second early. If he'd have waited just about another second, he'd have seen TJ break open.
2nd down and 10. 9:11 to go in the Nations Bank first quarter. Stephenville 0, Weatherford 0. Stephenville on their opening drive. Luker, pitch to the near side. Carwell looking for some running room, is in trouble, and he'll be stacked up all the way back at about the 12-yard line. It was about the 16-yard line. It was a little misdirection reverse to a wingback. And Cardwell got in a little bit of trouble as he almost ran over one of his own linemen trying to find some open area, and by the time he avoided his own lineman, all the blue jerseys from Weatherford had surrounded him.
Yeah, that's one of those plays that's got to happen pretty quick. When it doesn't, you're in trouble.
Another 3rd down for the Jackets. 3rd down and 12 for Stephenville. Ball at the 16. They need to get inside the 5. Luker, play action, rolling the near side, throwing, has a receiver, it's caught, touchdown! No, it's called incomplete. A.B. Combs thought he had it, and he's discussing with the sideline official. The band had already started the touchdown chant. I thought he had it for the score, too. Coaches are talking with the officials.
No, I don't think he had it long enough, Boots.
I don't know. That's a very bang-bang play. I'm sure that's one we'll see on a replay this Tuesday and Thursday on the cable broadcast, but it looked like when I saw him catch the ball,
I don't think the band understands yet that they didn't score.
Well, it is incomplete. It comes 4th down and 12. Jackets will set up for the field goal. It will be a 33-yard attempt coming for Boren. Snap, hold down, kick is on the way. Plenty of boot. It's on the way. It is up, and it is good. So with 8:27 to go in the Nations Bank first quarter, our score, Stephenville 3, Weatherford getting the ball next. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
There's a new star in town, Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury. Come see the difference for yourself. New owners, anxious to win your business with the best possible deals. New hours, open weekdays till 7 and now open Saturday till 6. And most of all, new attitude. You'll love dealing with the friendly people at Techstar. If you don't buy from us, it won't be because of the price. Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury, Stephenville.
Hi, I'm Tim with Greenmaker Nursery. No landscaping job is too small or too big. From bedding plants to trees and shrubs, we can make your home more beautiful. Stop by or give us a call.
Welcome back, Kangaroo Stadium. John Hollinger, that last scoring drive.
Well, it was a long one, 12 plays, went 66 yards, only took 3 minutes and 26 seconds. It was capped by the Borans' 33-yard field goal, who, by the way, hasn't missed anything this year. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I don't mean to jinx him, but
Field goals or extra points.
yeah, he's hit everything he shot at. And that makes the score 3-0. The scoring summary brought to you by the Walmart Vision Center.
Let's take him dove hunting with us.
Boy, no kidding, we can go home early.
Boren getting set to kick. Jackets are going from right to left. Kick is away. It is a deep end-over-end kick that will be chased. The return man back to the 5. It bounces off his leg, comes up to the 10. Finally, the second man picks it up, and he'll be hit at about the 21-yard line.
Nothing like a nice lucky bounce, huh?
Boy, the original return man, it's hard to tell with those white numbers from that far off, especially in the glare we have in this booth, who was the return man, but he took it, and it looked like it hit off his knee, rolled all the way forward to the 10. His other return deep man with him saw the fumble, went beside him, picked it up, and was able to get the ball out to about the 23-yard line. First quarter is brought to us by Nations Bank, 3-0 Stephenville. On offense, Mickey Peters is the quarterback. 2 backs behind him with a tailback is Chavers. Chavers will get the pitch checked at. The fullback took it immediately. No, Chavers did get the ball, and he stacked up for about a 1-yard loss. It looked originally like the dive had been given to Melvin, but it was a nice pitch out to Chavers. Chavers was stopped for no gain, and Peters did a nice job of getting the ball to him.
So I think we got a chance to go down to Steve Ross on the sideline. Steve, a drive that was probably very frustrating for the offense there for Stephenville.
Way with points, and that's something they're happy about. On what could have been a touchdown on A.B. Combs, I was right in front of it. It wasn't that he couldn't hang on to it, but he just wasn't able to bring the ball down inbound.
Well, that's why we got Steve right there to tell us what's going on. In shotgun is Peters. 2 receivers to both sides. Peters looking to throw. In some trouble. Throws across the middle. Has Chavers. The ball is dropped. Nice defense on the play for the Yellow Jackets. Making the hit immediately when the ball came to Chavers was number 11, Ryan Harris, the junior outside cornerback. It sets up now 3rd down and 10 once again for the Roos. Peters did a nice job getting the ball right to Chavers, but Harris even better to be right there on the spot.
Well, that's one of those things on defense. The ball hits him, I hit you, and that's exactly where it was. It was just great bang-bang timing by Harris, who followed his man on that little slant. And again, as you said, Peters with a great pass on standing tall in the pocket.
Twins to the far side, 2 split backs behind Peters on this particular play. Chavers is the tailback. He will take the handoff. No, keeping his Peters. Peters is in some trouble. Cuts up, finds a little bit of running room, but he'll be stopped at the 28-yard line. A pickup of about 4 on the play. It'll set up 3rd down and 5. The Kangaroos will be forced to punt. Peters is lucky that he got the 4 or 5 yards on that play, because once he made his turn on the outside, he was about 5 to 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage and had to make a few Jackets missing.
Yeah, and I don't know if you noticed, but Jack Hodges had gone up into a nose guard position there, Boots, and so it was a good 5-man front there. And the coaching staff for Weatherford wanted a late hit by Stephenville, and that was very, very close.
Will Hobbs is back to punt for the Roos. He stands at his own 15. Browse and Cardwell back at their own 35 to receive it. Punt is away. High, big, booming, spiraling kick that will be fair caught by Cardwell at the 36-yard line, and that's where Jackets will begin 1st and 10. After the 35-yard punt by Hobbs. Nice job by our defense. Once again, 3 and out.
Well, that's what you want after a 12-play drive. Even though you only got a field goal, you did get some points, but you held the ball for over 3 minutes. You drove 66 yards in 12 plays. Boom, you put them right back on defense. Well, if you can do that all night long, you're going to have that defense in trouble in a hurry, especially chasing this offense all over the field. And it keeps your defense fresh, too, doesn't it?
We mentioned the receivers earlier. Douglas, O'Neill, Cardwell, Combs, Keel, Evett, just a few that we'll see tonight. Split to the near side, Boren, 1 receiver to the far side, 2 backs behind. Now no backs as all go in motion. Luker rolling out, sitting up in the pocket. Looking to throw the ball across the middle, has the receiver open, Evett. He overthrows Evett, and even probably more open than Evett was Cardwell running the post on the other side of the field. on the hashes, and if Luker had seen him, he probably would have redirected as open as Cardwell was too.
And Kellen slaps his hands together. He's mad at himself. That's about 3 times he's had Evatt wide open and just messed him. One time wasn't his fault, but the other 2, I guess you'd probably say were his. He's so competitive, he wants to go for the palm right away. He had Bourne wide open at about the Weatherford 45-yard line, turned that down and went for the home run.
Luker in shotgun, trips to the near side, 1 receiver far side, 1 back in the backfield with Luker. Luker inside trap, handoff to Hunter, finds him running around outside the 40, gets out to the 42-yard line, picks up 5 on the play. It'll set up 3rd down and 5, and another 3rd down for the Jackets here in their first 2 drives. How many 3rd downs have we had already? This will be the 5th 3rd down. Jackets don't have 5 3rd downs in a game.
Yeah, you're right. Aaron Melvin made a great tackle there as Hunter was just starting to break into the open, Boots, and he'd have easily got 1st down if Melvin didn't make that tackle, maybe even a whole lot more.
Twins to the near side. 2 backs behind Luker. One of those backs goes in motion, gets it to wing back. Hunter, the tailback, goes in motion to the far side. Luker's in some trouble. He's going to be brought down for a loss all the way back at the 34-yard line. A flag is down on the play in the defensive backfield.
Got a holding over there, it looks like to me. Looked like to me that somebody grabbed a receiver as they went by. Maybe not.
Ruse had a player immediately in the backfield on Luker. There was a breakdown in the blocking assignment for the Jackets.
Just a nice quick stunt there by...
It was a loss on the play of about 7 yards. Let's wait and see what the flag is. The flag is being waved off, which I know that just makes John Hollinger want to just blow the ceiling out of this place. Why throw a flag if there's no penalty?
You obviously saw something. I've never quite understood that, unless you just accidentally dropped it.
Well, the Jackets will be forced to punt.
Something they have not done many times this year.
Evatt getting back to punt. Jackets go a -3 yards on that drive. Back deep for the Kangaroos is Mickey Peters, the quarterback. Stands back at his own 30-yard line. Evatt is awaiting the snap. Snap back to him is a good one. Punt is away, and it's partially blocked. Getting a piece of the ball and going out of bounds for only about a 5 to 10-yard punt. And boy, the coaching staff's got to be upset about that because 2 players were in immediately on Evatt. He didn't hardly get a chance to get that ball away. It is partially blocked. The punt will only go 7 yards, and Weatherford will take over at the Stephenville 41-yard line.
Wow, you're exactly right. That's 2 plays in a row that somebody on the defense in the interior of the defense got through the line. And
well, one of the offensive line coaches for Stephenville went immediately to 3 of the linemen, and they were having confusion over assignment after that play over who had what. The coach immediately corrected all 3 of them. I don't think that'll happen again. Now in the wishbone come the Kangaroos. Hand off to the second man through. He'll be sacked up for about a 2-yard loss. It may have been Grant Coates on the carry. It was. Coates took the call. Clayton Harmon was one of the first people in there. It'll set up 2nd down and about 11 or 12.
The officials might want to tell Mr. Harmon, sir, if you're going to play in the backfield, you have to have a running back number. I mean, you can't be that far in the backfield before the snap. Man, was he through there quick.
Loss of 1 yard on the play. It'll set up 2nd down and 11. We're seeing the Kangaroos come out in a wishbone. We'll talk to Steve Ross about that in a little bit, even though they're back to the traditional I formation offset now with Peters under center. The left end on the Kangaroos jump.
Cans might have had something to do with that. So you people in the stands that are listening, you might want to be quiet with those cans tonight.
Or if you want, shake them louder.
Yeah, I think you had something to do with that, can fans.
5-yard penalty against the Kangaroos. Illegal procedure is the call. It'll set up 2nd down and 16. The ball is now back to the Stephenville 47.5. 4:43 to go here in the Nations Bank first quarter. Stephenville 3, Weatherford nothing.
Yeah, let's go to Steve after this play. We'll talk about that wishbone situation.
There's no 25-second clocks on the field here at Kangaroo Stadium, and the Roos have taken a long time to get to the line of scrimmage. Twins to the far side, offset I behind Peters again. Bringing the near side is the keeper, and the flag comes down, delay of game, and I got him on that one, Johnny.
You did. Let's go down to Steve now. Steve, coming out in the wishbone where the coaches, had they seen that this year?
Well, obviously there's something, there we go.
They hadn't done that. There, we got it now. They hadn't done that in either of their previous 2 games, but they saw them doing it warming up for this game tonight. They weren't totally prepared for Weatherford to show that look, and they haven't lined up in a true wishbone, but they have run some option yet. It looks like they haven't given the Jacket defense any problems so far.
Yeah, you're exactly right there.
So the delay of game moves the ball into Weatherford territory. Second down and 21 needed. So a split look for the Roos. Trips to the far side, one receiver near side. Peters is in shotgun formation. Snap back to him. It is a quarterback draw, and Peters is in some trouble. He'll reverse his field back to the opposite side, and he'll get drilled right when he gets to the 50-yard line. A pickup of 2 yards on the play, and that one could have been a bigger loss than only the 2-yard gain, John.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sure I'm still trying to see the number of who. Was it 28? Is that who made the tackle? I think it was.
Well, that'd be Mercer, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I think it was BJ. I was trying to see it was a 2, and I thought it was a 24, and I thought, oh, that guy doesn't play here anymore, does he?
Peters on the play, it was a direct draw from the quarterback shotgun, and when he took 2 steps, he was in trouble and reversing field twice to find some opening run. Now, third down and 18 for the Roos. Once again, Peters is in shotgun, twins to both sides. Setting up in the pocket, throwing the deep ball is Peters. Has an open receiver, Shavers, but is over his head. And Shavers didn't even make an attempt to try to catch the ball as Ryan Harris had the inside track cut off to the football. But Shavers didn't want anything to do with that ball. And boy, as a quarterback, you've got to be frustrated when you see your receiver not even trying to get to your pass.
Didn't even make an effort. He quit at about the 30, and he could have run to the football boots.
It's almost like he didn't think he was the intended receiver on the field. I'm a decoy. I'll just run.
Well, 3 and out again after that bad punt that was blocked, that is. They lose 9 yards.
Getting ready to punt again is Hobbs. Hobbs will get the kick away. High, wobbly kick that will come down about the 25. Check that out, about the 27-yard line and go out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Weatherford is running the ball in the end zone because they think it hit a Stephenville player, but the officials are saying no, it did hit a Stephenville player. If it did, it is a muff. You cannot advance the ball.
If they're saying it's Stephenville's ball, he must have gone out of bounds before he picked it up. It did hit a Stephenville player.
Well, no signal
They
yet.
got the ball, I think.
Stephenville, will they have the ball? Yes. They will start the ball down 28-yard line. There was a lot of confusion on the far sideline because the ball kicked directly sideways. Luckily for Stephenville, even if it had hit one of them, it is considered a muff and cannot be advanced. Weatherford could have gotten on the ball, but the officials will have an official timeout and state that it is Stephenville ball at the 28-yard line.
It sure looked to me like it hit a Stephenville player, but I think...
Well, we'll get that on the replay as well. Hey, can we have a monitor next time so we can see the plays? Thank you. That'll be great. Twins to the far side, one receiver near side, no backs behind Luker under center. Inside trap handoff to the wing back. That's Hunter escape. 35-40, great move. Across midfield. He may go. 40, 35, 30. No one will catch Zach Rabbit to Hunter. 72 yards on the carry with 2:36 to go in the Nations Bank first quarter. Stephenville extends 9-0. But wait a minute. There is a flag down on the play all the way down at the 20-yard line. It is a personal foul against Stephenville. This had to happen 15 yards behind the play, so wipe off the touchdown.
Coach Sproul's not very happy, and he's going to get an explanation, I'm sure.
Well, the flag was thrown at the 20-yard line. It was not there when Zach Hunter crossed that area.
Oh, wait a minute. What are we doing?
It's dead ball. This happened after the touchdown, so the touchdown is good. I have a feeling maybe Stephenville may have said something after the touchdown while Weatherford was chasing them, or a late hit.
It'd be hard for me not to.
Whatever the situation is, Stephenville is credited with the touchdown, but will have the penalty, the 15-yarder, marked off against them on the extra point. So, do you send Boren in for about a 35-yard extra point?
I thought they would do it on the kickoff, but I guess not, huh? Sure. Kick a 35-yard extra point.
Mr.
Right
Boren,
after I say he's not missed anything.
Mr. Boren, John Hollinger just said you haven't missed one all year. All right, here comes the 35-yard extra point. High snap but handle. Kick is on the way. It's got plenty of leg. It's up, and it is no good. He hooked it to the left.
That might have had something to do with the defender coming through, Boots.
It may have something to do with the John Hollinger jinx.
I'm
2:36 to go in the Nations Bank first quarter. Our score, Stephenville 9, Weatherford nothing. Back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Health-focused foods in the Bosque River Center can speed up your metabolism, burn fat, curb sugar cravings, and help shrink your appetite. New Zenadrine and Medicuts are two of the state-of-the-art diet products that work very quickly and cost less than $1 a day. These products are thermogenic formulas, which help the body shed unwanted pounds and inches the natural way. Come by and let us show you new Zenadrine and Medicuts. Health-focused foods in the Bosque River Center is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, Saturday, 9 to 6, and Sunday, 1 to 5.
Parenting is a constant learning process. What you have to do is prioritize.
Back in '88, Earl wanted to retire, spend more time with Tiger.
But Dad taught me.
I met an American Express financial advisor. Dave is a personal friend of mine to this day. We trust each other because we got a track record.
It's about making smarter decisions.
And that's when dreams can happen.
Call today to find out how we can help you reach your dreams.
Welcome back. John Hollinger, Boots Elliott, Stephenville on top of Weatherford 9-0. Well, you can't really blame Boren on that. He had a lot of boot on it, and it was just to the left of the upright. I noticed the official standing under the upright looked a long time as the ball crossed over and then made his decision. We're going to go to Steve Ross here in just a minute and see if he can tell us what the personal foul was on the dead ball after the touchdown run. J.W. Boren getting set. Kick is away. It is a high end-over-end kick that will be taken by Mark Pierce on the goal line up to the 5, the 10, 15, and he'll be drilled at the 20. A great tackle by the dentist. Bindle Brown drills him. It'll be 1st and 10 for Weatherford at the 20. Let's go on the sideline.
3 years of that. 3 years of that.
Steve Ross. Steve, what was the personal foul for?
Oh, we don't know what it was for. We know who it was on, but we don't know what it was for. And we know when the official explained it to Coach Browse, it didn't make him any happier. I'll put it that way.
Well, was Art upset because of the penalty or the explanation? And if you don't know, why don't you go ask him right now?
Yeah.
All right, I'll jump in there.
Hey, that last scoring summary, it wasn't much of a drive. It was one play, 72 yards, and he did it in 9 seconds. Scoring summary brought to you by River North Small Animal Hospital.
There is a timeout on the field. Timeout has been taken by Weatherford, so we'll take one with them. 2.5 to go in the Nations Bank first quarter. Stephenville 9, Weatherford nothing. Back in 1 minute on KSTV.
The single most important step in building any investment plan is getting started. If you have any questions about how to start or build an effective investment program, ask the investment representatives at Investment Centers of America. Whether you're thinking about an IRA, a small business plan, a retirement plan, or some financial issue, Investment Centers of America can help you find what fits you best. Investment Centers of America, Town and Country Bank Building, Stephenville. Investment Centers of America. We know the territory. Stihl has been building quality chainsaws since 1926. Bill's Lawnmower Shop has been providing quality power equipment service since 1966. For an experienced team that can provide excellent service and reliable chainsaws, look to Stihl and Bill's Lawnmower Shop.
Coming out of the break, Aaron Melvin takes the direct handoff for Peters. The fullback takes it for about 4 yards. The ball will be spotted at the 25-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for Weatherford.
Boy, Weatherford better get something going. They better get it going quick here, Boots, or they're going to be in serious trouble in this football game. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, and they don't have a first down yet. They've lost 7 plays.
Peters is under center. Wishbone looks behind him. 3 back. Running the ball to the near side. Being stacked up for a loss. Here's Peters. Peters will be knocked down immediately on the play by Clark Boone, I believe. And Justin Monk stepping up to make the play.
Monk just jumped in the gap there, Boots, and his responsibility was the quarterback. And boy, he held true to his responsibility.
Well, when your defensive end can take the quarterback out of the option after the fake dive and before he can make the pitch, that pretty much nullifies the veer.
By the way, Boots, we said something about the Weatherford crowd earlier. Good crowd on hand now for Weatherford. This is almost a full house here.
Twins to the near side, 2 receivers far side. Peters is in shotgun. It's 3rd down and 8 for the Roos. High snap, direct run for Peters. He'll try to get to the outside. He'll find running room and get the first down. He'll be across to about the 32-yard line where he's knocked out of bounds, I believe. Wait a minute, not near as good a spot as I thought originally. It will be enough for the first down, though.
Coach Copeland just swinging his arms. He's mad down there. He didn't want him to get a first down in the first. in the first period.
That is the first down of the game with 1 minute to go here in the first quarter for Weatherford. 9-0 Stephenville on top.
They've only run 9 offensive plays. Of course, Stephenville hadn't run many more than that.
Hadn't had to when you have one play 70-yard drive.
That's right.
It is the wishbone set again for the Root. One receiver to the near side. Peters is under center. Melvin is the fullback. Chambers is at one of the tail. Peters on a straight drop. Looks to throw. He's in some trouble now. He'll run it. He'll be drilled. He'll be drilled at about the 31-yard line, right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be no gain on the play. Good defensive pressure for the front seven of the Jackets, as Justin Monk was one of the first players in there to get his hands on Peters. It'll be second down and 10.
Well, and you know, just as they get a first down and some positive yards, Boots, they lose a little bit, you know. Well, they don't lose any, but it's second and 10. They're just not moving the football at all. They're out of balance. They may not even get this play off.
Wishbone behind Peters, running the wish to the far side. In some trouble is Peters. Peters be drilled all the way back at the 25-yard line. This is the first game of the season that Weatherford has tried to bone, and I think the Jackets have broken it. That's the end of the first quarter, brought to us by Nations Bank. Our score, Stephenville 9, Weatherford nothing. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Hello, friends. This is Greg Bruner for Bruner Motors, sitting on top of my old friend Buck here. You may think this is a lot of bull, but I've got some specials that are no bull deals for you.
GM certified used cars and trucks which have gone through an extensive 110-point inspection and come standard with a 12-month or 12,000-mile factory bumper-to-bumper warranty.
On behalf of our 90 employees, come on down to any of our 3 locations for your no bull deal. And by the way, we appreciate your business.
Your friends at Brooks Real Estate want to kick off a winning season by teaming up with the real estate professionals at Brooks Real Estate, the strategy that sells. Call Brooks at 965-5051. Easter Air has become the name synonymous with excellence in Erath County. We recommend a checkup on your central heat and air unit every 6 months to keep it running at its best. Offering no interest financing on Lennox systems. Easter Air at 968-6494 or stop by at 1011 North Graham, Stephenville.
Back Kangaroo Stadium. Start of the second quarter. Second quarter is brought to us by Cook Lumber. They're on the South Loop. Stephenville 9, Weatherford nothing. Third down and long for Weatherford and John. The Kangaroos have tried the bone a few times and not too much success.
Well, no, and they through one period, and of course they still have the ball with a 3rd and 15. They have 12 yards of total offense here, Boots, in the first quarter. 113 for the Stephenville Yellow Jackets, and once again, you can see a game, at least through one period, that's been dominated on both sides of the ball by the Stephenville Yellow Jackets.
Third down and 15 is the call. Peters once again at quarterback. He will be in shotgun with 2 backs standing next to him, a double wingback look, split beside those, and 1 receiver to the far side. Peters in shotgun, taking it, rolling out to the far side, setting up, looking to throw the deep ball. It's skipped away. Much like defensive play is made by the Jackets. Was it Boone again? No, on the outside. It was Cal Gilson, the defensive end, knocking the ball out of the sky. Incomplete. It'll set up 4th down.
Well, that was just a great play as they strung it out, made Peters wait, and then just as he threw it, Gilson did exactly what you're supposed to do. If you can't get to the ball, you jump up and knock it down. What'd that say?
No, Gilson is right, but I'm showing his height.
Oh, yeah, 6'4". And he plays basketball, so it's probably a pretty easy thing.
That's what helps make the deflection there. Will Hobbs back to punt for the Roos. He stands at his own 14-yard line. Snap back to him. Punt is away. High, wobbly spiral catch. Kick that will be caught by Browse at the 39-yard line. A fair catch after the 33-yard punt. Stephenville will start 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line, and you hear the Can fans cheering their defense again.
Well, 1 first down. They've had the ball 3 times. It was 3 and out, and then 6 and out. So, boy, I tell you, you got to love that on a nice night for football to be in and out and off the field. The only problem is they're not getting a lot of work on defense right now, but that's just the way they like it.
Holding a home team to 12 yards total offense and 1 first down in the first quarter. Pretty impressive. Jackets start out, drifts to the far side, swings to the near side. Luker is in shotgun, awaiting the snap. Snap back to him is low but handled. In a big rush, Luker will throw a deep ball across his car, will make the great catch and drop. Oh, it would have been a wonderful diving catch at the 30-yard line of Weatherford. He was led just a hair because Luker was in some big-time pressure. And, John, this is the first time this season we have seen Luker with not a lot of time to throw.
You're exactly right. And, shooting right up the middle was linebacker Mark Pierce, and he jumped up just as Kellen stepped up and threw it. And, again, as you said, it would have been a great diving catch by Cardwell down at the 30.
Twins to the near side, one receiver far side, double tight end look, throwing out the flat for Cardwell. Across the 40, makes a move, 45, great block across midfield, and it knocks one of the defensive players down as he's tackled at the 48-yard line of Weatherford. Cardwell is absolutely runs over 21. Find him on the roster. He did not start. That's Chuck Wilkie, the sophomore. Yes, he does start. He's one of the outside backers. And Jay Doty got a great block in the open field to spring Cardwell.
Well, I like to see that when they're running downfield, don't you? I mean, just to see those linemen 10 yards downfield making big blocks, and Doty did just that.
Luker is under center, pitch to the near side. Hunter looking for running room. He's got it. Across the 45, stumbles, gets down to the 40. A pickup of about 6 or 7 on the play. Good running for the Jackets. Running back, Zach Hunter, already with 70 yards on one carry tonight.
Yeah, and a good kick-out block by Ferrazes there as he waited for that block to develop. Ferrazes kicked him out. He cut back inside and got an extra 2 or 3 yards.
Second down and 3 for the Jackets. Ball just outside the Weatherford 40. Stephenville 9, Weatherford nothing here in the second quarter. Brought to us by Cook Lumber. Luker under center, hand off to the man right up the middle is Ferrazes. Ferrazes gets very close to the yardage needed for the first down. A pickup of about 3 on the play, and I think it's enough for a first down, depending on the spot.
Well, they're going to have to measure. Great surge there by the offensive line boost, and yeah, I think you can get up.
First down for the Jackets.
Boy, isn't it nice to know that when you need 2 or 3 yards right up the guts, you can go get it, and that's exactly what they've done in all 3 games this year.
First and 10 for the Jackets. The ball is at the 36-yard line of Weatherford. Luker's under center, one back behind him. Play action. Luker setting up in the pocket, looking to throw across the middle. Has it over receiver. It's O'Neal across the 30 to the 25, and then knocked down at the 24-yard line. A late penalty flag was thrown in the backfield. It is going to be roughing the passer against Weatherford. Boy, Luker took a late shot.
It was a real late shot, and the referee standing right there. And I think that was just a frustration shot by the Kangaroos, but it's a penalty all the same.
But that's one of the plays that you and I have talked about that we like so much. We love when you drag the tight end across the middle because in this offense, as much as you're spread out and sending deep receivers, it really opens up the shallow middle, and certainly you saw that on the big play on the pass to O'Neal.
And there's only one way that play works. Please.
Well, the ball's being brought back. Well, this may be a holding against Stephenville in the backfield. Let's wait and see.
Oh, it was roughing the passer.
Well, they have erased the gain on the play.
Why would you do that?
It's either got to be, what? Maybe there are 2 penalties on the play, and they were offsetting. It is personal foul, late hit against, and then a personal foul against Stephenville, offsetting.
Well, they did it first, so we ought to get the penalty.
One of those retaliatory penalties.
Yeah, I think you're right. Boy, that was an obvious hit, though, on Kellen.
Twins to the far side, one receiver near side, one back is Evan. He comes in motion to the near side. Luker under center, rolling to the near side, looking to throw across the middle. Has Casey Sneed right through his hands at the 20-yard line. And boy, Casey would like to have that one, but that ball coming to him came out of a bazooka.
Yeah. How hot was that pass? Whew. You might want to run that route about 10 yards deeper. Goodness gracious, he put zip on that, but I'd rather him do that than drag it up there, wouldn't you? Because you're not going to intercept those kind of passes.
Well, Steed was running a post to the middle of the field, and he had a lot of running room. Marginal, maybe he could have gotten to the goal line if he holds on, but still it's at 2nd and 10 after the incomplete. Now Luker in shotgun with 2 backs behind him, hands the ball to Hunter. Hunter is in some trouble, and he'll be run out of bounds after about a 2-yard gain.
Never did go down.
He's still running behind the Weatherford sideline. Did he come out? There he is.
Yeah, there he is. It's no wonder people ask me sometimes, Andre, what game are you and Boots watching? When we didn't see the...
we're higher than everybody else that we can't see.
Maybe that's why.
All right. 3rd down and actually 3 on the gain. 3rd and 7. 2 receivers to the near side, Evett and Cardwell.
Man, how many 3rd downs tonight has this offense seen? And converted on most of them, by the way.
Double wing back look that is split with Luker in shotgun, rolling to the near side. Luker setting up, trying to throw the ball out of the flat. Has Cardwell. Cardwell drops it. Oh, the Jacket receivers have drop-itis tonight, as that would have been another first down, as there is an injured player on the field for Weatherford, even though he's getting back up and getting back into the play. That is number 61 for them, Kevin Evans. How many times? This is as many drops as we saw last week in the rain.
Yeah, are they going to go for it here? I think so.
4th down and 7. Jackets will go for it.
I mean, the way this defense has been holding, why not? Huh?
Well, you heard Art today during the interview say the only thing that stops our offense is our own lack of execution, and certainly you're seeing that tonight. Yeah. Twins to the near side, 2 receivers to the far side, with one of those in the slot being Douglas. One back is Evans behind Luker. Now Evans goes in motion to the far side. Luker, straight drop, looking to throw. He's in some trouble. Floats one out to Cardwell. Great catch at the 10. Touch the 5. Touchdown. Oh, Cardwell made up for it right there with a heck of a catch at the 10. Stephenville will extend 15-0 with 9:46 to go in the Clubber second quarter, and expect the Jackets to go for 2.
Man, how about that pass, Boots? Holy cow, what a beautiful pass. Kellen Luker, go ahead. Only one place that ball could be put and it be successful, and he put it right on the money.
Kellen Luker absolutely threaded the needle. Well, shows how much we know. Jackets will line up for the extra point. Snap back, hold down, kick is on the way. It is up, and he hooks that one. No good.
Boy, did I jinx.
Boy, John Hollinger has jinxed Boyd, who has now missed 2 in a row. John never gets to talk about kickers again. Jackets up 15-0 over Weatherford. Back in 1 minute on KSTV.
The purpose of the SABC is to provide financial and moral support to the boys and girls athletic programs throughout junior high and high school. The money we raise helps the Stephenville Independent School District with the increasing expenses of athletics and the equipment that is necessary so that all students have an opportunity to participate. Membership also provides a way for parents and supporters to become involved in the building of the great spirit for which Stephenville athletics is known. It takes a lot of involvement to accomplish all that we would like, and we need you. Offering Stephenville's largest selection of colors and styles, Danny's House of Carpet covers all of your flooring needs. Besides our wide selection, our friendly, knowledgeable staff can help you with anything from carpet and ceramic tile flooring to custom drapes, bedspreads, and professional installation. Serving the Stephenville area for 26 years and counting, come by Danny's House of Carpets at 1670 South Loop for all of your decorating needs.
Well, all you kicking fans, address your cards and letters to John Hollinger attention at KSTV if you want to talk to him about the jinx he's just done to Boren. John, that last scoring drive?
I'm ashamed of myself. It was 7 plays, went 60 yards, took 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Cardwell from Luker on a beautiful pass and great catch. 34 yards up, PAT no good. It makes it 15-0. That scoring summary brought to you by Texas Trucks on the South Loop.
Boren getting set to kick off. Kick is away, high end-over-end kick that will be taken by 34. That's Pierce. Pierce is up to the 15, across the 20. Check that it's not Pierce, it's Peters. Peters gets out to the 30-yard line. And that's where Weatherford will start 1st and 10 at their own 30.
I want to go to Steve Ross here just a second, Boots. Steve, how's Coach Copeland and his defensive coaching staff feel about this defense so far in tonight's game?
We're pretty happy with them, John. They hadn't talked a lot of strategy. A little bit of the option looks to have maybe caught them off guard in terms of what they thought they'd do, but it hasn't bothered them in terms of execution at all, John. As you've probably seen from your view in the booth.
Yeah, exactly.
1st and 10 for Weatherford at their own 30-yard line. Peters under center. Wishbone looks behind him with a 3-back. Gives it back to the second through. He'll go forward for about 2 yards, and that'll be it. Taking the handoff from Peters was Grant Coates, and Coates was stacked up after about a 3-yard gain, and is this going to be a late hit, John?
Yeah, Kendall just kind of came in late. He was still setting up, but I guess they're going to say his forward progress was stopped, and maybe this will be one of those times when Coach Bras will converse.
Talking to his son, you think, and not so much like a player? It was an interesting conversation, if you missed it earlier today on Nations Bank Coffee with Coach, asking Art what it's like coaching his own son. They said we really don't talk a lot about it at the dinner table. And
on defense.
That's right. We don't talk that much, and at home especially. And then when we're there during the day, it's I'm coach, and at home I'm dad.
Yeah. I'm Ethan. He's doing homework.
Exactly. Peters in shotgun, swings to the far side, 2 to the near side, 1 in a wingback. Peters on a straight ahead carry, gets forward for about 3 yards, and then he's drilled Oh, he took a big hit after 4 yards, and coming up to make the hit was Hodges, I believe.
Yeah, you're right. He really just lowered his shoulder and put it right into the front of Peters. I guarantee you can see his head snap. Yeah, he knocked him back.
Pick up a 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6. The ball is at the Stephenville 48-yard line. Well, we got to keep up with deepest penetration tonight. I think it's somewhere around the 35. What, 21? 41. 41 is the deepest penetration.
That was after the short punt.
That's exactly right. Peters is under center. One again. The wishbone look behind him. Giving the ball to Chambers. Some mixed up in the backfield, but Chambers does get forward for about 3 yards.
Probably should have been stopped in the backfield as they ran into each other. There again, I think you can see an offense that they're not used to running, Boots, giving them some trouble.
As Peters turned and handed the ball to Chambers, and they ran into each other. There is a flag on the play. It was dropped by the side judge right in front of the Stephenville sideline. The ball is being spotted at the 43 or 44-yard line, and the flag's being waved off again. What is up with this?
That's 2. Just kidding.
I'm practicing my flag throwing.
Coach Browse, he's going, look, Ref, you're going to throw it. You know it? No. Slowing the game down here, Ref.
3rd down and a very long one needed for the Jackets.
Slow the clock.
8:34 to go in the second quarter. Brought to us by Cook Lumber. Stephenville 15, Weatherford nothing. 3rd down. Cruz trying to get only their 2nd first down of the contest. Peters under center, hands the ball to Chambers. Chambers gets across and is stacked up right at the yardage needed for the first down. It'll be very close as Hodges,
and McCormick.
Mercer, and McCormick got there for the Jackets. It is enough for the first down. Only the 2nd first down of the contest for Weatherford. Ball is spotted at the 41-yard line, and this ties the deepest penetration of the game so far for Kangaroos in Jacket territory.
Yeah, this has been a very strong defense for a quarter and almost a half, as the Stephenville Yellow Jackets really needs to bow up here now and not let them go any further.
Peters will be under center. The 2 backs behind him. Check that 3 back. It is the wishbone look. Hand off to the 2nd back through. Gets forward across the 40 and then drilled down to the 35-yard line. Grant Coates took the handoff. And this is starting to look a little bit like the offense you see in modern day college, whether it be Rice or Air Force. Much like that has a lot of success with the run.
Well, you just got to wonder how long they'll stay with it. Right now they are having a little bit of success, and it's giving the Stephenville Yellow Jacket defense a little bit of trouble. They're getting a couple of lead blocks in there and making some hay right now at the middle of the defense.
5 to 6 yard gain on the last play sets up 2nd down. Peters is under center. They break out of it. Twins to the near side. 2 backs. I formation behind Peters. Chambers is the tailback. He'll take the pitch to the near side. Is Chambers. It's some good seal blocks, but he'll be thrown to the outside and run out of bounds after about a 3 or 4 yard loss. And flags come everywhere. This will probably be some cliffs against Weatherford as they had some cutback blocks against some of the Jacket defensive ends trying to get out in containment.
Well, and I tell you, when the coaches from Weatherford see this on film, they're not going to like this call because he just barely breezed by him, Boots. I mean, I guess it's a penalty, but it wasn't much of one. They're going to call it a push in the back, even though it was really more like a cliff as far as the way he hit him. Of course, I guess it's pushing back if it's above the waist, but I mean, where do you see that on film? I mean, he just barely breezed by. Of course, it looked like it. I mean, don't get me wrong.
The ball on the penalty will be marched all the way back to the 48-yard line, so it'll set up 2nd down and about 17.
See, Russ, if you get a chance later, when the coaches aren't around, you get J.W. Bourne over by himself. Would you explain the curse of John and Steve to him? Just tell him, I'm sorry, I apologize. We'll leave it at that. So.
I think I just didn't stay out of this one, John.
Yeah, I think you probably should.
Big 2nd down for the Kangaroos. Twins to the far side, twins to the near side. Each shotgun is Peters. Peters awaits the snap. He has it. He sets up. He's in a big rush. He throws out the flash over the head of the intended receiver on the far sideline. Intended receiver on the play was Ben Pulliam. It'll set up now 3rd down, and, well, the scoreboard has 15. I think it's a little farther than that.
Yeah.
Probably 16.
Yeah, closer to 16. It's a short 16, long 15.
Coming in Justin Monk was coming on a blitz that time, and he was putting some intense pressure quickly on Peters, who saw it and had to get rid of it. So now 3rd down and 16 for the Roos at the Jackets 48, same formation. 2 receivers both sides. Peters is in shotgun, and now a timeout is taken by an official who's looking at one of the players who does not have a mouthpiece. Is that where he pointed to?
I think he did.
That may be a forced timeout against Weatherford. It is. One of the Weatherford players did not have a mouthpiece, and that's a forced timeout against them. 7:13 remaining in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Stephenville 15, Weatherford nothing. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back right after this.
There are a lot of good reasons to have insurance. Whether you call them Michael or Ashley, Lexi or Scott. And because you want to be there for them, your State Farm agent is there for you with the Family Insurance Checkup. It allows you to see how your coverage measures up and pick the plan that's right for your family's needs. So call for your free Family Insurance Checkup today.
And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Who was voted the best tractor dealership in Erath County? Who carries products for the farmer, outdoorsman, and the family who wants the ultimate lawn? If you guessed Hendershot Equipment, you scored a touchdown. Supporting the Jackets for over 30 years, Bill Tomlinson, class of 67, David Tomlinson, class of 71. The Stephenville Funeral Home, your family's friend in time of need in Stephenville.
Welcome back. Kangaroo Stadium for you baseball fans. Big Mac McGuire tonight hit home run number 64, and your first place American League West Rangers lead 2-1 with a Todd Zeal 2-run home run.
I thought Burkett holding them only to 1 run, and, you know, we're well into the game.
Well, he may have pulled him in the first inning and gone immediately to the bullpen. We never know.
We got some District 6-4A scores to pass along to you. We'll do it right after this play.
It's now 3rd down and 16 for the Roos after the timeout. Peters is in shotgun, 2 receivers for both sides. Snap back to him, setting up big rush. It's on him, he's in some trouble. He'll be thrown down all the way back to the 35-yard line. A huge rush was put on by the Jackets. Keith McCormick, the outside linebacker, blitz, tackles Peters all the way back at the 36-yard line. A loss on the play of 15 yards. And Stephenville will take over after this punt, but the defense comes up huge again, and that will erase a lot of the yardage that the Kangaroos were able to make on that drive.
Well, they've been kicking about 30 to 35 yards, Boots. What does 15 yards do for you? I mean, that's just, again, they've won in the field position war because of this good defense, and they just added to it, and that takes away from the total yards. The Kangaroos didn't have much.
Hops away from snap. It is a good one. Kick is away. High spiraling kick that will be fair caught by Cardwell at the 27-yard line. Steve will start first and 10 at the 27-yard line. 39 yards on the kick. 6:28 to go in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Steveville 15, Weatherford nothing. And the Jacket defense does again. And Josh, look at some of the Weatherford players as they come out on the field, already kind of hanging their heads a little bit and hands on hips.
Well, it's 15 to nothing, and your offense hasn't really done anything for you, help you out at all. And, 6:28 to go in the first half. This defense is not giving up anything. And you got to figure at some point this offense for Stephenville is really going to break loose. It may be now.
Luker under center, sends Cardwell in motion to the near side. Play action, going on the flat pass. Cardwell gets the block, 30, makes the move to the outside, gets to the 33-yard line. A pickup of about 6 on the play, maybe 7. Nice little quick hitter for the Jackets.
See, was that number 20? Yes, it was for Weatherford. Nice play by Grant Coates as he fought off the block by one of the other receivers, Boots. Went up and made the open field tackle on a guy that's pretty hard to tackle in the open field.
Credit 6 on the play. 2nd down 4 for the Jackets. 2 backs behind Luker. They are Hunter and Carrasson. Pitch to the far side goes Hunter. Hunter looking for some running room. Cuts up, gets across the 35 to the 36, and then he's met abruptly as the Jackrabbit was running hard and then all of a sudden was turned away.
Well, that was a great tackle. I couldn't see from my angle who that was, but came up, like you said, just turned him away as he was getting close to the first down. Going to be just a little bit short.
Boy, and Hunter was in 4th gear when he was at the point where he made the hit. So it'll set up 3rd down and 1 needed for Stephenville.
Yet another 3rd down tonight for Stephenville. Is that a handful of them?
And one of the quicker first halves, I think, of the season as it's 5:18 and counting here in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Luker under center, straight ahead handoff for the senior signal caller. He gets to the 40. It's enough for the first down on the straight ahead hitter for Luker.
Nice 4-yard gain. Nobody but over the center, so I'll just tap you on the butt and we'll go for it. You gotta like that. That's easy enough.
Every time. 1st and 10 for the Jackets at their own 39-yard line. Stephenville 15, Weatherford nothing.
Here's some scores for you out of District 6-4A. Cleburne on top of Keller, 14-9. That's in the first quarter. Granbury, nothing with Mineral Wells in the second quarter.
Luker in shotgun, trips to the near side, twins to the far side, late snap. It looked like Doty that time, who was at center, was it Doty or Van Haddam, had a little trouble. It's almost like when he tried to come back with the ball on the deep snap, the ball got stuck in the grass, and it caused everyone to fire out before he could get the ball snapped.
One of just a few penalties tonight for Stephenville. One other score I want to give you out of District 7-3. It might be a little bit of surprise. In the first quarter, it's Breckenridge 7, Graham 14. So the Graham Steers playing good through the first quarter anyway.
Well, a little bit of a surprise the way Graham lost last week. At center for the Jackets right now is Van Haddam. It's now 1st and 15. Luker in shotgun, throws out to Evan. Evan gets the block across the 40. Nice move up at the 45, puts his head down, gets to midfield, and is very close to a first down. Matter of fact, by this spot by the official on the near side, it is enough for the first, so credit 15 yards for Evan.
Well, he might even get 16, actually. They're going to move him all the way up to midfield, Boots, and just a good game and nice downfield blocking by J.W. Bourne.
What you like to see with Evan on that play is once he got out in the plastic on the football and saw his seam, he just put his head down and took off. He didn't wait around to find any opening. He found a seam and he went and got it. 1st and 10 for the Jackets. Play action. Luker rolling out to the far side. Looking to throw. Across the middle has an open receiver. Casey Steed inside the 38, down to the 37-yard line. Tried to make a little juke move to get some more yardage. May have lost one trying to do that, but it is a first down for the Jackets. It'll be spotted at the 39-yard line. Gain of 11 on the play.
Okay, see, been needing one. You know, I mean, last week in the rain, he had a couple of chances and couldn't get the ball to him, or couldn't hold on with that wet ball. And then tonight, that one hot one that he couldn't bring in. So I know he's glad to get that under his hat, and now he can start playing some football.
Twins to the near side. Make it 3 receivers on this side as Cardwell is lined up as a wingback. Watch him with Luker under center. Luker, play action, rolling out. Luker looking to throw. Throwing the deep ball. Has the receiver. Picked off and then dropped. Good job that time by the Weatherford defenders to step up in front of the ball for A.B. Combs. And that's one that Luker probably never even should have let go or thrown that way over the corner.
That's one of those, just as soon as you throw it, you just wish it had a string on it so you could bring it back. Because it looked like maybe he thought A.B. was going to turn out. He turned in, and the only guy that was there was in a blue shirt.
Ball was almost picked off on the play by Pulliam.
That, of course, would be the enemy.
Thank you. Trips to the near side, twins to the far side. In shotgun is Luker, rolling to the far side. Looking to cut up, has a little running room, gets to the outside, and it's tackled. The shoestring tackle is made on Luker. If that man does not make the tackle, Luker goes for some big yardage, making the play out there. Number 45 for the Kangaroos was Aaron Melvin. He is also the fullback as well on offense. A pickup of 2 on the play, sets up 3rd down and 8.
Boy, you got to think, as long as this defense has been on the field, Boots, a lot of these guys playing both ways. That's going to wear on them when we get down to fourth quarter time.
Trips to the near side, twins to the far side. Luker is in shotgun formation. Snap back to him, setting up, looking to throw the deep ball. Has an open Combs. He makes a great catch at the 10, and he falls there. It's a first down for the Jackets at the 10-yard line. Had to go high into the air to bring the pass down from Luker. Lost his balance, but still is a huge gainer for the Jackets, and a nice catch by Combs to give the Jackets first and goal from the 10.
You know, if you're sitting, well, maybe on either side of the stands, I was just thinking about this. They make that look so easy, you just think to yourself, why doesn't everybody do that? You know, I mean,
well, you know who does this? Denver.
Yeah, good point.
Saw it last week.
Yeah, didn't we, though? But, boy, A.B. just wide open, great pass, good touch by Kellen Luker.
Twins to the far side, 2 back behind Luker. There's just out of that with only Ferrazas behind Luker. Luker play action, setting up, looking to throw, still looking, throwing out the flat. T.J. Douglas, touchdown! The big sophomore tight end brings in his first touchdown of the year, and Stephenville extends 21-0.
Well, did Kellen have any time to throw that ball?
Boy, talk about waiting for the drag play to come across. He had all day. Luker set back, waited on Douglas to clear, and when he cleared at the 5, he was hit with a strike from Luker. T.J. Douglas takes the ball over for the touchdown. Stephenville getting set for the extra point, and J.W. Bourne, I've got all the faith in the world in you, young man. Casey Steed gets ready for the hold. Snap back to him. Hold down. Kick is on the way. This one is no good. He hooked it again. And Bourne, showing some frustration, throws the tee down on the ground. 2:34 remaining in the second quarter, brought to us by Cook Lumber. It's 21-0 Stephenville, back in 1 minute on KSTV.
There's a new star in town, Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury. Come see the difference for yourself. New owners, anxious to win your business with the best possible deals. New hours, open weekdays till 7 and now open Saturday till 6. And most of all, new attitude. You'll love dealing with the friendly people at Techstar. If you don't buy from us, it won't be because of the price. Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury, Stephenville.
Are you troubled by strange noises under your car? Do you experience feelings of dread in your drive shaft? Have you or any of your family suspected a spook, specter, or ghost in your machine? If the answer is yes, then don't wait another minute. Call the professionals. We're ready to believe you. Our courteous and efficient staff will take care of you whether you need new tires, strut, brakes, front end alignment, or just a spark in your spook. Trans Texas Tire. We're ready to believe you.
Don't worry about sending cards and letters to KSTV. Attention, John Hollinger, for jinxing Mr. Bourne. We're just tarring and feathering him right after the game.
Yeah, you're taking care of it already, but that scoring summary right there, 8 plays, 73 yards, 3 minutes and 56 seconds. Luker to Douglas, 10-yard touchdown pass. PAT no good. That makes it 21-0. That scoring summary brought to you by Loopy's Breakfast and Lunch on the South Loop. Right after this, we'll go to Steve Ross on the sideline right after this kickoff.
Bourne getting set to kick off. This one may go through the upright.
Really.
Getting set to kick is away. It is a pooch kick to the near sideline. It'll be caught at the 20 by one of the upbacks, stumbling momentarily, crossing the field to the 25 and being brought down at the 31-yard line. The ball is loose. Big pilot for it at the 35. No signal yet. They'll have to unpile this one as there's a huge group of bodies. Returning the ball for Weatherford was 35 Garrett Houston. It is Weatherford football. Let's go on the sideline right now to Steve Ross to give us a Cross Timbers Orthopedics injury update.
Good news is, Boots, we haven't had to do a lot of Cross Timbers Orthopedics injury updates this year, and there have been no significant injuries at all so far in the first half of this game. So Dr. Evans and Dr. Herbertson, it's great to have them here on the sidelines, but fortunately they haven't even had to look at anybody yet this year.
Well, that is good news.
Certainly a tribute to the conditioning of Stephenville in their off-season. 21-0, Stephenville on top of Weatherford here in the second quarter. Peters is under center, running the setup in the near side, looking to throw, still looking, flag down, ball is incomplete on the near sideline. His intended receiver on the play. We've got a flag. Zach Moore, and there is a flag down near the line of scrimmage.
Looks like somebody got tackled coming out of the backfield.
Which is a no-no.
Oh, it's holding against the offense, which is also a no-no.
Exactly. That will back the offense up 10 yards. Art Riles tells him to back it up.
Is that like push them back,
way back?
Thank you. 2:17 till the half, and they've never really been in this game, but they being Weatherford Kangaroos, of course.
Very much so. Stephenville 21, Weatherford nothing. 2:17 to go in the Cook Lumber second quarter. The penalty will move the ball back to the 23-yard line of Weatherford, and boy, with as much yardage as they've lost on penalties and some big losses in the backfield, there's not much total offense for this Roo team in the first half. Peters in shotgun, setting up. Is in a rush. He'll throw the ball away. A nice catch is made up at the 30-yard line. A pickup on the play of about 7, making a diving catch out there. Was that Chavers?
I believe it was.
Chavers makes the catch at the 30.
Good pressure that time by Parks as he just comes shooting up the middle. You know, this is when you know you got a really good quarterback and a good offense. Look down there on the sideline. There's Combs and Steve, like shoulder to shoulder team. All right, next time, Kellen, when we're on offense,
I want you to throw it to me. I'm
open every time. Man.
Every time.
Every time that guy cannot cover me.
Throw me the ball. Twins to the near side. One receiver to the far side. Peters is in shotgun. Second down and 12. Peters straight drop, looking to throw. Throwing across the middle, has an open receiver. The ball is caught at the 45-yard line. Enough for the first down. Making the catch was Grant Coates, and that's one of the better offensive plays of the night for the Roos.
Well, he had just a little bit of time. The pressure was coming up the middle. He may want to go with another blitz this time by Coach Copeland. And I think this is what we would call our 2-minute offense.
1:34, and as soon as they get the chain spotted, the clock will roll. It does now. Ball is spotted at the Kangaroo 45-yard line. Peters is in shotgun. 2 receivers to both sides. Snap back, Peters on a direct draw from the quarterback position. He'll get to midfield, maybe the jack at 49. A pickup of 6 on the play, 1:20 and counting. Now a timeout is taken. That's got to be the last timeout, isn't it? It is the last timeout by Weatherford. We'll take one with them. 21-0, Stephenville on top. Back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Health Focus Foods in the Bosque River Center has proudly served the Cross-Timber areas for over 9 years. Mike and his trained staff are here to show each individual how to manage their health care needs. We stock only products of the highest quality, backed with scientific research. They have no fillers, binders, yeast, radiation, or other allergens found in most store brands. Come by Health Focus Foods. Let us show you the natural way to good health. Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, Saturday, 9 to 6, Sunday, 1 to 5. Impact Sign and Banner has been serving the Stephenville area for over 12 years with superior quality sign work of every kind. We now can offer one-day service on most banners and magnetic signs. We proudly support the Stephenville Yellow Jackets for their excellence in athletic achievement. Impact Sign and Banner is conveniently located on West Washington, just across from Taco Bell. At Impact Sign and Banner, we say, let us put some impact in your advertising. The Stephenville Athletic Booster Club wants to say thank you to Northland Cable for backing the Jackets and generously providing the time for this broadcast. Your friends at Brooks Real Estate want to kick off a winning season by teaming up with the real estate professionals at Brooks Real Estate, the strategy that sells. Call Brooks at 965-5051.
Welcome back. Steve Ross will go see for just a second. Coach Copeland has some advice for his defense coming out of the timeout.
They're probably not sending the blitzers. You know, he told them before this last series they're going to go to a lot of flares and draws because Stephenville's getting so much pressure up the middle. So they may be in a little bit more of a prevent mode here right before halftime, Booth.
All right, Peters is in shotgun. Snap back to him, setting up in the pocket. In a big blitz, he'll be hit. The ball will be incomplete. Jackets absolutely thrilled. Peters in the backfield, getting to him very quickly.
McCormick, wasn't it?
McCormick from his outside linebacker position. Just as we talked about, they may not be blitzing. They sent everybody on that one, and Peters is just now getting up off the ground.
Mr. Peters, welcome to 4A.
Goodness gracious, welcome to Stephenville hit.
Wow, that was a big-time shot by McCormick, who just came untouched. And boy, you just love that as a defensive back.
And the only reason that McCormick is the one that got to lay the big hit is because he got there first. There were two other feet down on Peters at that point, and they were going to get there if he didn't. Peters is under center, 3rd down and 4 for the Roos. Running the opposite to the near side. Peters with a keeper. He'll get the first down, cuts up inside the 40 and go out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Well, Peter atoned for getting drilled in the backfield with a nice about 12-yard run.
Peter atoned? That sounds like one of my Sunday school lessons there for a minute.
Thank you.
Deepest penetration by the offense of the Kangaroos tonight. Down to the 36-yard line. The deepest had been 41.
First and 10 for the Jackets. Ball is spotted out at the 36-yard line. Peters is in shotgun. 2 receivers to both sides. Snap back to him. Setting up the blitz is on again. He's in some trouble. He'll throw across the middle. Has a receiver. With some traffic, and then a flag's going to come down incomplete. They're going to call interference against Ryan Harris, and Harris was in great position. Boy, that's a tough call.
Well, the guy behind the plate trailing it, who doesn't really have a good look at it, the one that throws the flag. The one on the near side, on the Stephenville side, looking right at it and let it go. Just called it incomplete because that was the call.
Boy, I think that's what Art Briles is saying right now. If Steve Ross could get behind Briles right now and listen to what he's having to say to the official about that call.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. That's not a great call at all.
Momentary delay as they have to set the chain.
Well, the box man, oh no, the chain man's not there. The box is there, the chain's just not there.
1:04 remaining here in the second quarter. 21-0 Stephenville on top. Weatherford is driving. The ball is at the 28 of Stephenville. Peters is in shotgun. Snap back to him, setting up, looking to throw. Has an open receiver. It's caught. He escapes. 15, 10, and he was back at the 4. The ball is loose, and Weatherford will get on the ball in the end zone, but it will be spotted down to 4. Brown caused the fumble. The Jackets catch a break there. One of the Jacket defenders went for the interception.
Yeah.
He missed it, and because of him going for the interception and missing it, it caused William to be open, made a nice catch, and escaped down to the 3-yard line. seconds remaining. Stephenville needs to stop them here. Big goal line stand, hopefully coming for the Jackets. Peters in shotgun. Two backs standing next to him. Throw snap and Peters rolling to the far side, looking for some help. He's in some trouble. Now he'll throw. He's in serious trouble. He'll throw out of the back of the end zone. Is it caught? Touchdown. Boy, Peters did a nice job of improvising. He was all the way back at the 20-yard line when he threw that ball in trouble. He found an open receiver in the end zone. Just a breakdown on defensive back coverage for the Jackets. Weatherford is on the scoreboard with 43 seconds remaining in the quarter.
And I could not see because of all the people over there who that was that caught it. I think it was the tight end on that side. We'll check that here in a minute. But I honestly could not see it.
Could not see either. It was one of those where Peters was in trouble and was chased all the way back to the 20, and it looked like he was just trying to throw the ball away, but he found someone open in the end zone. Getting set now for the extra point. Snapback, hold down, kick is on the way. It is up, and it is hooked, and it is good. The stole shot just gets right across the crossbar. Stephenville is on top now, 21-7 with 43 seconds remaining in the Quick Lumber second quarter. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Some people call us their money farmers. We help them plant their money and watch over the crop, warning them of potential threats, dangers, and disasters. We measure the growth and advise them of better times to harvest. At Investment Centers of America, we measure our success by your success. After all, it is your money. Investment Centers of America, located at the Town and Country Bank Building in Stephenville. Investment Centers of America. We know the territory. Who was voted the best tractor dealership in Erath County? Who carries products for the farmer, outdoorsman, and the family who wants the ultimate lawn? If you guessed Hendershot Equipment, you scored a touchdown. Dr. Albert A. Lilly, Doctor of Dentistry. The dental office of Dr. Albert A. Lilly wishes to salute Stephenville football and its tradition of excellence.
Welcome back, Kangaroo Stadium. 43 seconds remaining. Oh, man. Well, let's get on to a good note. Stephenville High School Honeybee Volleyball tonight beats Granbury 15-13 and 15-6 to go 4-0 in district, undefeated in district, and number one. I believe that extends their record to 17-6. I believe that is correct. But congratulations to the Honeybees as the kick is away. It is a end-over-end kick that will be taken by Karofskas at the 30. He'll get up to the 35-yard line, be drilled right there, and that's where the Jackets will begin first and 10.
That's enough time to score, that's for sure.
36 seconds remaining for Stephenville. Does Stephenville have all 3 timeouts remaining?
Yes.
That is correct. Thank you, Jay Cobb, statistician extraordinaire.
Well, and even if they don't make it all the way to the end zone in 36 seconds, they got that strong, accurate leg of J.W. Bourne.
don't even try to make up for that.
Too late, isn't it?
Trips to the near side, swings to the far side. Throwing out in the flash is Evan. Evan will take the ball. He'll pitch out to Cardinal across the 50, 45-40, 35-30, down to the 32-yard line. Jackets running the hook and lateral play in perfection. It was thrown out to Evan. Evan running closer to the Hadcock side of the sideline. When he was about to tackle, pitched back to perfection to Cardinal, who extended on down to the 32-yard line. So you give Evan on the play credit down to the 50, and then the pitch was made to the 50, and so then another 18 yards on the play goes to Cardinal. I'm not exactly sure how the stats are divided up, but that's the way the play was gone. First and 10 for the Jackets at the Weatherford 32-yard line. Kellen is now in shotgun. Trips to the far side, swings to the near side. Luker setting up, looking to throw. Has an open receiver. It's Casey Steed, and he goes down to a knee at the 18. That'll stop the clock at 20 seconds with the first down. Jackets will probably take a timeout here with only 19 seconds remaining. Do they? Yes, they do. Jackets take a timeout with 19 seconds. They're inside the 20. It'll be first and 10 when we come back. Stephenville 21, Weatherford 7. Back in 30 seconds on KSTV.
Once again, it's time for us to show our support for Yellow Jacket football. That means a lot of traveling. The all-new 99 Chevy Silverado pickup will get you there safely, in comfort, and in style. I invite you to stop by and see our staff about this all-new Chevy truck. And when you do, you'll meet a staff that genuinely cares about you and your family. We consider ourselves family and encourage you to do the same. From all of our staff to you, travel safely and go Jackets!
Town and Country Bank, and I'd like to introduce you to the head football coach of the Tarleton Texans, Craig Wiederquist.
And I'd like to personally invite you to an exciting season of college football here at Tarleton State University. Come watch some of your former Jackets, Landon Cribbs, Jeff Smith, Brad Couch, and Stephen Thay, as we tackle the Lone Star Conference.
Accidents happen, and no matter when or where they do, the world's largest claim service network gets on the case immediately. Prompt personal service is no accident. So we can get you back on the road faster than you can say,
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
They were able to score because Weatherford had gotten a little momentum, seeing that they could make a touchdown and cut the lead to 14. But if the Jackets could take that right back from them going in at half here, certainly will change the demeanor of the Roos at the intermission. Luker is in shotgun, trips to the far side, swings to the near side. Luker throwing out in the flat, has Evan across the 15, down to the 10, will get knocked out of bounds. They'll say he did not get out of bounds. At the 10, the clock will run and another timeout will be taken as the Jackets will have first and goal to go from the 10. We'll keep it right here. And John, what were some of those scores we had earlier?
Again, Graham on top of Breckenridge in the first quarter, 14-7. It was also Cleburne, 14-9 over Keller. That is in the first quarter. And nothing, Granbury and Mineral Wells in the second quarter. We'll try to get some updates for you at halftime.
The latest score we had on the Rangers game, the Rangers were leading 2-1. That after a Todd Zeal two-run home run, and Mark McGuire hit his 64th home run this evening. Jackets will have first and goal to go from the 10-yard line, and this is just almost the same position where Kellen Luker had a lot of time in shotgun formation and found T.J. Douglas on the tight end drag across the middle for the score. Jackets will line up with three backs in the backfield behind Luker. They'll shift out of it. The four wingback look on the right side. Evan will go in motion to the sideline. Check that he does not. Rolling out Luker, looking to throw. Has an open receiver through the hands of Boren at the 3-yard line. It might have been partially tipped. Hard to tell, but it would have been a tough catch to make. If he does pull it in, he does score.
Well, do you have time to throw one more in there, or do you go for the field goal?
Well, I think you try to throw one quick touchdown, maybe on a fade. You certainly at least got to get 3 points out of this drive. If the Jackets do not score here and the clock runs out, I think that's a huge mistake for Stephenville. We'll wait and see. Trips to the near side, swings to the far side. Luker is under center, looking to throw the deep fade pattern. Has an open receiver down there. T.J. Douglas almost makes the catch. Douglas went high into the air, had it in his hands momentarily, and could not hold on to the ball.
Oh, there should have been 1 second at least left.
The clock is showing no time.
Oh, boy, that is a hometown clock.
And the hometown clock guy let the 1 second roll out. When I looked up after the miss, there was still 1 second left on the clock. The officials are discussing it right now.
They may want to wait here because officials are still discussing that Weatherford's leaving.
That's halftime. Boy, so getting a raw deal on that. Art Cloud is going immediately to the referee to talk about it. I talked about it before the play. If Stephenville does not get any points, that's a tough deal for the Jackets. They lead 21-7 at the half over Weatherford. Halftime show's up next. We're back in 2 minutes on KSTV.
Show your true colors at the games by wearing official SABC merchandise. Everything from keychains to toboggans, T-shirts, caps, and more. Come to the Booster Club store, open every Friday in the foyer of the high school, and see all of the items that we have to let everyone know you support the Jackets and the Honeybees. And look for the big blue SAB trailer at the games. Everyone looks better in blue and gold. Dr. Albert A. Lilly, Doctor of Dentistry. The dental office of Dr. Albert A. Lilly wishes to salute Stephenville football and its tradition of excellence. Easter Air has become the name synonymous with excellence in Erath County. We recommend a checkup on your central heat and air unit every 6 months to keep it running at its best. Offering no interest financing on Lennox Systems. Easter Air at 968-6494 or stop by at 1011 North Graham, Stephenville.
proudly presents the award-winning Dingerette. The captains are seniors Katie Carter, Brittany Casey, Shelley Parker, juniors Anna Teresa Ramage, Sarah Swindle, Erica Thomas, and Tori Turley. Dingerettes of the week are Shantae Douglas and Tiffany Edwards. Shining stars this week, Micah Hassler and Erica Wheat. Enjoy the sings as they perform to Bang on the Drum. And now Stephenville High School proudly presents the award-winning Yellow Jacket Band. The band will be led on the field tonight by drum majors Brenda Boucher and Nina Shantanabuma, color guard captains are Rebecca Cooley and Melanie Porter. Tonight the band will be performing the music of Blood, Sweat, and Tears, including Lucretia McEvil, God Bless the Child, featuring trombone soloist Nathan King and trumpet soloist Chase Kincannon, Spinning Wheel, featuring Leanne Weeds on French horn and Dana Seals on bass, and will close with More and More.
living seems hassle-free until your bathtub overflows or your bedroom goes up in smoke. Ask your State Farm agent how renter's insurance can help cover the damage. Renter's insurance covers your TV, your laptop, your speakers, your sneakers, your wall hangings, your fine porcelain, and lots of other stuff that could get ruined or even ripped off. If you need renter's insurance, State Farm is there.
Texas Trucks in Stephenville is the home of real trucks, not little bitty trucks, but stout pulling rigs. If you're in the market for a 1-ton dually, a 3/4-ton late model, low mileage, clean truck, then Texas Trucks is the place for you. Don't waste hours driving up and down the interstate looking for a great deal when Texas Trucks has already done it for you. They constantly scour the Southwest looking for that perfect late model, low mileage pickup. Now all you have to do is stop by Texas Trucks and pick out the one that's right for you. Texas Trucks, South Loop, Stephenville.
Boren is getting set to kick off the start of the third quarter. Jackets will be going from right to left.
2.5 hours is long enough for a high school football game. You know, I mean, really.
I mean, because baseball games go 3 hours and you're yawning.
Yeah, they'll play 3 hours. They play 15-minute quarters.
And have 3-minute timeouts. Jackets in their Navy headgear, all white.
11 minutes at halftime, too.
White tops, white half. We'll start that. White socks. And that's not even taking anything away from the band.
No.
It's just, it just puts such a lull.
Well, you wonder how if it works for you or against you if you're a player. You know, when you have a long break, you know, you sure do get tight. Of course, when you're 16, 17 years old, it doesn't take long to loosen up. Now, if it was us, it'd be Thursday before we were loose.
Exactly. Back deep for the Kangaroos to receive, standing at the goal line are Peters and as well Pierce. Boren getting set to kick off. Kangaroos in an all-blue look with white numerals and white face mask. Boren's kick is away to start the third quarter. Deep end over end kick that will be taken by Pierce at the 5. He's up to the 10. He stumbles and goes to the ground. And I think Pierce just pulled something because he took 2 steps and it's like he blew a knee. Boy, I feel terrible for that young man as he will try to hobble, and it was a cramp. Thank goodness it was just a cramp. Let's go to the sideline. Steve Ross.
We've got a flag right here in front of us.
And a flag as well. Boy, that was just a horrifying look as Pierce took 2 steps and just immediately dropped, and you feel horrible for that young man. If you've ever had a cramp hit you in the leg, it's like a big sack of rocks hitting you.
A knife in your leg.
Boy, you could just see the pain as the flag was against Weatherford. It'll be half the distance to the goal, and the ball will be spotted at the 4-yard line. And Steve Ross, I hope you're getting plenty of water. I don't want you going down with a cramp.
Oh, Boots, I'm always well hydrated. I got a bench of cheerleaders right here. I'll just take a load off if I have to.
All right, that'll set up now. 1st and 10 for the Roos at their own 5-yard line. Wishbone look, handoff to the first man through. That is the fullback. The fullback will go forward for about a yard. That was Aaron Melvin. He'll get out to the 6, maybe the 7, depending on the spot. Aaron Melvin, the 5'10", 170-pound senior fullback, takes the ball 1 yard. It'll set up 2nd down and 9.
Every time you say Aaron Melvin, for some reason I think of the movie Bill and Ted. I don't know why. Is that one of the characters? I think there was.
We'll be corrected soon enough if it's not. 2nd down and 9 for Weatherford at their own 6-yard line. Handoff to Shavers. Shavers finds nothing as he gets drilled at about the 6-yard line, making the stop initially for the Jackets. 34 Justin Monk stood him up, and then a host of other Jackets finished him off. It'll be 3rd down and close to 10.
Not sure, but it looks like Hodges was limping just a little bit when he came up, but it's going to take more than a limp to get that guy out of the football game. You can bet on that.
So 3rd down and we'll call it a long 9 needed.
Boy, that front 4 just stuffed that play. They never had a chance.
Jackets are in a 50 even base defense. 2 linebackers. Hodges is playing the nose guard. Under center is Peters. Peters keeping the ball in the option. He'll cut back and he'll be drilled at the 6-yard line. Making the stop for Parks and McCormick for the Jackets. The defensive tackle and outside linebacker tag teaming to make the stop. 4th down, and the Roos will have to punt out of their own end zone.
Boy, Parks has stood his guy up, Boots, and threw him off, and and then still made the tackle. Boy, when you can do all of that, you know you're strong inside. And Park's just a junior playing tough up the middle, Craig Park.
That series 3 and out for the Roos. That's a total of 1 yard. Getting set to punt is Hobbs. He'll be near the back of his own end line. Snap back to him is a good one. Kick is away. Spiraling kick will be taken by Cardwell at the 40. He'll come to the near sideline looking for the wall. He makes one move, one man miss. 35, 35 escapes, 25, 20, walking the sideline. 15, 10. He steps out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Walking the tightrope on the sideline was Cardwell.
It looked like he hit the chalk just as he got there.
He did a nice job of making 2 Roo coverage men miss him, so he was able to get to the wall that was being set up for him. 31-yard punt and a very nice return of 22 yards as Cardwell took that ball at the 40 of the Weatherford Kangaroos and returned it down to about the 18-yard line. That's where the Jackets will start 1st and 10. Great field position.
Man, that's not what you want when you go 3 and out to start the half and then give the ball to the other team inside the 20.
Trips to the far side, 1 to the near side, 1 wing back on the right side. Luker is under center. Inside handoff on the trap to the wing back is Hunter. 15, 10, 5, will he get in? No signal at the 1-foot line. Touchdown! Second after referee gives the touchdown to Hunter. He gets in on a nice wing back trap, and the Jackets extend 27-7, 9:34 to go in the Red City third quarter.
And that's our Brawl's way of saying that's what we meant to do before halftime, pal. What a great block there. As you said, the wing-back trap just goes the other direction. Everybody going to the right or their left. Play goes back to the defensive right.
Bourne getting set, snap back, hold down, kick is on the way. That ball is up, and it is good. With 9:34 to go in the Red City third quarter. Stephenville 28, Weatherford 7. Back in 1 minute on KSTV.
There's a new star in town, Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury. Come see the difference for yourself. New owners, anxious to win your business with the best possible deals. New hours, open weekdays till 7 and now open Saturday till 6. And most of all, new attitude. You'll love dealing with the friendly people at Techstar. If you don't buy from us, it won't be because of the price. Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury, Stephenville. What makes Stephenville Printing Company your best choice? Our employees. We have 164 years of combined experience to rely on. With all of our experience working for you, we get the job done right the first time. For quality experience and dependability, call 965-5012 or come by Stephenville Printing Company at 1193 South Loop in Stephenville. You can't afford to pay for anyone else to practice. Come by today for tomorrow's best results or call Stephenville Printing 965-5012.
Well, Mark Pierce, the return man for the Roos, who came up lame with the cramp, is not in for this return. Taking his place will be Chuck Wilkie. He is back with Mickey Peters. And, boy, I can't say enough how horrible looking that was to watch Mr. Pierce take the ball on the return, take 2 steps, and just collapse.
Notice they moved Peters over where we've been kicking the football. We've been kicking it away from him, as if to say, maybe they don't see me over there. Let's see if I think Coach Sprouse just did.
I have a feeling that Wilkie will probably get this kick.
That last scoring drive, 1 play, 18 yards, only took 14 seconds. Hunter on the 18-yard scramble.
Boren's kick is away. It will come to the near side, and it will be taken by Wilkie at the 6. He's up to the 10, the 15, looking for some room across the 20. He'll be stacked up at the 25-yard line. First man there for the Jackets, number 34 for Stephenville. Justin Monk made the first initial contact, tripped him up at the 20. He falls to the 25. Weatherford starts 1st and 10, their own 25 here in the Red City third quarter.
That last scoring drive, by the way, Boots, scoring summary brought to you by River North Small Animal Hospital.
Well, our contestant in the third quarter contest this evening, Wayne Hicks of Stephenville. Stephenville holds Weatherford scoreless in the third quarter. You can go by and pick up your Quasar VCR.
That works in the drawer, by the way.
Right, 24 to go here in the third quarter. Stephenville 28, Weatherford 7. Well, Weatherford jumps, but this may be one of those situations where Stephenville is in the neutral zone. We'll have to wait and see. It's the new rule this year. If the defense is in the neutral zone when the offense jumps, it is offense again. I should say it is defensive offsides, but that is not the case.
Well, what happened there is Harmon was out, kind of split like in a gap, and he just shifted inside over the center, and when he did the tackle on the right side, just jump boots, and I guess he anticipated that big 6'6" body was coming toward him instead of away from him.
As well as you or I would do either one.
I jump when he walks by me. So
5-yard penalty against the Kangaroos sets them back at their own 20. First and 15 for Weatherford. Peters is under center, 2 backs behind him. Hand off to Chambers. Chambers will be drilled at the line of scrimmage. He'll go nowhere. A whole host of Jackets in quickly on the tackle. Since it was close to the middle, you got to think that Parks and Harmon were right in the middle of that, and as well as Hodges, who has been playing at the nose.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Hodges comes off of the pile late. Boy, I tell you, this defense it's earned everything that it has tonight. Giving up 109 yards in the first half. You don't think that was probably discussed at halftime? Hey, you guys haven't given up that much in 4 quarters. What are you doing?
Exactly. We need to get that back. Trips to the far side. One receiver near side. Peters is in shotgun formation. Snap back. Nicky setting up in the pocket. Looking to throw. He's got some time. Now he's rushing. He's sacked. Oh, Gilson hammers him at the 10. Burrow was there. Also for the Jackets in there, number 90. That's Gordon Carroll. That's some of the first playing time we've seen for him. And now a flag comes down late in the defensive backfield.
Number 1.
There was some jawing going on by Will Hobbs in the defensive backfield.
I think that's going to go against Weatherford. It may be offsetting, but Hobbs said something to, was it McCormick that he ran by?
I'm not sure. It will be dead ball, whatever it is, because the flag was just thrown. It is dead ball, personal foul against Weatherford, dead ball, personal foul against Stephenville.
Sportsmanlike conduct.
Excuse me, yes, right. Unsportsmanlike conduct, and it's a dead ball after the play. Why would throw the flag if you're going to do it against both? I mean, it's going to make no difference.
So they could go tattle on him, I think. If I had a hammer, I'd give it to Gilson, and he'd hammer you all night long.
Oh, well, the Jackets in quickly that time on Peters.
Man, let's see. What did he lose that time?
8:32 remaining here.
Now we marked the ball. We wouldn't mark. Jay Cobb over here, mark the ball, so I know where to.
Ball marked at the 11. That's a huge loss.
Wow. 2 plays that netted a minus 13.
Peters in shotgun. Straight drop. Throw out flat. Has the ball over the head of the intended receiver Chambers. Good coverage on the play for the Jackets. The outside cornerback Ryan Harris.
That was a play, remember, early in the game they went to, and Harris was there to break it up. That one was a little bit higher, but Harris, again, is Johnny on the spot.
Wouldn't you think Harris is a pretty good name for a defensive back?
Yeah, like Cliff or somebody like that. So 3 plays net you minus 14 yards, Luke.
Well, that helps you erase some of that 109.
Yeah, I think we're back under the century mark, because that first series
only got 1 yard.
Yeah, I got 1 yard. So, man, let's see, 10 and minus. Yeah, they're back in the 90s right now.
That's good quick math there, Johnny.
Thank you. 96, big sack.
Hobbs getting set to punt. Snap back to him inside his own goal line. Punt is away. It's a booming, high spiraling kick that will be fair caught. Now the Jackets will get away from it as it goes out of bounds on the far sideline at the 42-yard line of Weatherford. 31 yards from the high booming kick. Signal starts again with great field position.
Well, the last time they kicked from the 11, or from the 9. This time they kicked from the 11. 3 and out, 3 and out. Well, your defense has got to be looking at those guys going, thanks, really appreciate it. They're right back down our throat again. And we hadn't played 4 minutes, and you're giving them the ball in our territory yet again. How about the field position with this defense? 3 games in a row, and the deepest penetration up until those 2 touchdowns were scored last week, late in the game, was the 31-yard line.
Sure, and then tonight, only the 1 penetration going for the touchdown. With the exception of that, it's been all Stephenville defense.
Boy, I tell you, it's great field position. That's what you want.
Luker in shotgun, low snap, being handled, will step up, throw it across the flats. A great catch, diving made at the 18-yard line. Cardwell makes a great diving catch there. Jackets first again at the 18. A sweet little pass from Luker.
That's one they missed on a couple of times tonight. Once to Evatt, once to Cardwell. That time it was right there, and he just slid in there and took it. And again, I know I said this in the first half, but why didn't everybody do that? They just make it look so easy.
Because you don't have Luker and Cardwell.
That might be the reason.
Jackets send 4 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Luker is under center. The split receiver by himself to the far side is Steed. Luker throwing the deep fake pattern to Steed on the far sideline. It's up. It's over his head. It was a little bit out of bounds as well. It would have been a tough catch for KC to make. He was on the far sideline in the end zone, and pretty decent coverage on that far sideline by Ben Pulliam.
And oh, by the way, on that pass to Cardwell, 24 yards. I mean, just like nothing. I mean, boom. Yeah, and Weatherford's defense got to be scratching their head going, man, our offense can't get any plus yards. They just drop back, fire 24 yards like there's nothing to it.
Jackets will send Carville by himself to the far side, Twins to the near side. Jackets have a tight end look on the left side with Hunter in the backfield. Douglas is the tight end. Luker is under center. Second and 10 from the 18. Play action. No, it is a handoff to Hunter. Finds running room. 20, 15, 10, to the 5. Makes the move. Does he get in? He's very close. At the 1-foot line, Jack Hunter, the Jackrabbit bouncing off of all would-be tacklers in the area, finally gets run out of bounds at the 1-foot line, and now I believe it is it Chambers?
I don't know. It's a Weatherford Kangaroo that got plowed over.
One of the Kangaroos got nailed by one of the offensive linemen of Stephenville getting downfield to block, and he nailed him right at the goal line, close to the pylon where Hunter went out of bounds.
That might be the guy Hunter hit. I mean, it really
Hunter could be the guy he hit and ran over. The ball is spotted inside the 1-yard line.
He just barely got to the foul line. I guess officially we'll give him 17 yards on the carry, but boy, Zach made a great run, just plowed over somebody down around the 3-yard line. Again, that might be the young man. Looks like he might have the air knocked out of him while he's wiggling around on
Steve Ross is right beside him in the end zone. Let's go to Steve, and do you have any update for us?
Oh, Boots, he just really had his bell rung. He is moving his legs and arms, so that's a good sign. He's had the wind knocked out of him. They're talking to him now. He's got quite a bit of pain in his neck. They're working on him. We'll kick it back up to you guys. We'll get an update and then tell you what happened.
All right, Steve Ross on the sideline. Glad to have you there.
Well, and you hope the young man's all right. He was, as Steve said, kicking around there like he was in a lot of pain. It looked like a lot of times how you do your legs when you have the air knocked out of you.
Which is a scary feeling.
Oh, it is.
Let's take a timeout. 7:35 to go in the third quarter. Stephenville 28, Weatherford 7. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Health Focus Foods has just added 7 new weight loss products and is seeing great results. We have added new products that contain no stimulants. We carry all the supplements for the Atkins diet, and we carry the new 5-HTP, which increases serotonin to the brain. This makes you feel better and also helps you shed pounds. We know as we get older, our metabolism slows down, making pounds harder to shed. So come by Health Focus Foods and let us help you. Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, Saturday, 9 to 6, Sunday, 1 to 5. Stihl has been building quality chainsaws since 1926. Bill's Lawnmower Shop has been providing quality power equipment service since 1966. For an experienced team that can provide excellent service and reliable chainsaws, look to Stihl and Bill's Lawnmower Shop. When you know you want the best, leave behind the rest and go see the friendly folks at Hendershot Equipment. Good products, good service, good people. Go Jack.
Luker is under center, 2 backs behind him. Luker will hand to the first man through. It's Tinklingberg. He's over the top, touchdown. Tinklingberg takes it over from 1 yard, and Stephenville extends their lead now, 34-7, with 7.5 remaining in the Rip City third quarter. Forrest getting set for the extra point. Casey Steed getting ready with the hold. Awaiting the snap. It's on the way. Snap is down, hold down, kick is on the way. This is true. 7:33 remaining in the Rip City third quarter. Our score, Stephenville 35, Weatherford 7. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Whether on or off the field, success requires focus, knowledge, and action. At Investment Centers of America, we focus on your goals, offer you our cumulative knowledge of investments, and recommended actions that fit your objectives. We enjoy being your coach, but you're the quarterback. After all, it is your money. Investment Centers of America, Town and Country Bank Building, Stephenville. Investment Centers of America. We know the territory.
The Olympic Decathlon. 10 events, 2 days. You got to run, throw, jump, and hurdle. And you got to do it better than anybody in the world. Building a community. Hundreds of programs, one vision. You got to train, support, counsel, encourage, and guide. And you've got to help bring everybody together to make it happen. Only one organization does all that. That's United Way. That's the power of you.
Welcome back, Memorial Stadium. Let's go down to Steve Ross right now, who has a Cross Timbers Orthopedics injury update on that young man.
Yes, Bruce, I just talked to Dr. Evans. It's pretty serious with the young man. They've gone ahead, they put him on the backboard and taken him to the hospital. The team doctor for Weatherford has gone with him. Initially, he had a lot of tingling in his extremities. That went away after the first 2 or 3 minutes, but then he has what they're characterizing as pretty severe pain in the back of his neck. And although Yeah, he hasn't lost any movement in his arms or legs or anything. Anytime you have a neck injury like that, it's always very serious, so they've taken him to the hospital. And I'm sure as much as Stephenville folks want to win, every fan, every player, every coach here, thoughts and prayers go with Chuck Wilkie as he heads to the hospital.
All right, thank you, Steve. We appreciate that. The new return man in the game for the Kangaroos, number 31 on the return. Isidro Mata takes the ball at the 5. He gets up to the 15 before he is ripped pretty good, and so Stephenville will start first and 10. Excuse me, Weatherford will start first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
And there again, Boots had a little trouble catching the kickoff. He fumbled the ball, picked it up, and then didn't have any time. This fast defense
third different return man for the Roos because of injuries tonight. John, after this play, let's get that last scoring drive. Peters is in shotgun formation, 2 backs flanking him, 2 receivers to the near side. Snap to Peters, running the option to the near side, looking to turn up on the quarterback keeper himself across the 15. He'll get hammered at the 18-yard line. Kendall Browse, the dentist, drills him first. Boy, we're going to have that all. I'll get sick of it eventually.
I hope so. He may give him a bridge before the night's over.
All right, Crown, thank you.
That last scoring summary, 4 plays, went 18 yards, took 39 seconds. Stephenville on the 1-yard run. The big run there set up by Hunter of 17 yards. It was 2 minutes and 1 second from the last time they scored, Boots. Oh, by the way, the PAT good. As usual, it's 35-7.
It's 6:48 and count in the Rent City third quarter. Stephenville 35, Weatherford 7. Second and 7 for Weatherford. Under center is Peters. Hands off to Chavers. Chavers gets to the 20-yard line, and he is just enveloped.
How about Harmon just flying in there from his tackle position and almost getting the handoff again. Boots, you know, we have this contest from Rent City Superstores in the third quarter. They hold the team to scoreless. Someone wins a VCR. I think in order to score, you need to get past your own 20 at some point in the quarter.
Well, they're barely done that right now.
They've just barely done that in 3 possessions. That is just crazy field position for this defense.
Third down and 5 for the Roos. In shotgun once again is Peters. Now Chavers goes in motion to the far side, trying to throw across the middle is Chavers, and he overthrows everyone. Pulliam may have been pulled down a little bit, and a late flag comes down. That's absolutely ridiculous. That is the worst ball on earth, and the coaching staff is going bananas. The reason that's ridiculous is that ball was 10 yards over the head of everyone, and it came from the official standing right next to the Weatherford coaching staff.
They're wanting holding now.
Who was 30 yards away from the play. Defensive pass interference is the call.
That's horrible.
Oh, and that is ridiculous.
That's not good. I'll agree with you on that one, Boots. That is not a good call. And the guy standing 5 yards away from it's got the best seat in the house, does not throw a flag. The man standing over, in fact, I couldn't even see him because he was in the midst of all of that can from the coaching staff over there.
The best action of the Stephenville coaching staff was Mike Copeland, who when they threw the flag, he threw his hat about 15 yards into the middle of the field. He still doesn't have it on his head yet. Boy, all that's going to do is kick off the Stephenville defense. In shotgun is Peters across the middle. The catch is made to about the 46-yard line. Making the catch was Will Hobbs. It'll be enough for a first down. And
now that was a good play there. Looked like Peters was going to run and then pull back up through. Hobbs breaking over from his tight end position.
You know, their offense right now when Peters is in shotgun is almost like if you look at flag football in which you have a quarterback who's just having to try to improvise on every play. And it almost seems like he's doing that on every play, but the last 2 have worked for him. Gabe Vick, their big offensive lineman, just limped out of the game.
Like
Gabe Vick, 6'2", 250-pound senior.
Cramps are working on him on the sideline.
Once again, Chavers in motion. Running straight up the middle is Peters. Peters will be drilled at about the 48-yard line of Stephenville. Coming up quickly, one of the linebackers, I believe it was McCormick, who finished him off.
Boots, you know how when you go to Optimus Club, they fine you like a quarter or whatever if you say a business name. We may have to fine you for saying drilled.
For as many dentists are getting this right now? All right, it's a favorite word, and I'll get off of it. But it's the best explanation of what these defenders are doing right now.
Yeah, I think you're right. I like your hammer earlier. That was good.
Okay. Peters is in shotgun, flanked by 2 backs. One of those backs is Chavers. He goes in motion again to the far sideline. Snap back to Peters, setting up into the pocket, looking to throw the deep ball to the far sideline. Has Chavers down there. It's overthrown. Why don't you throw another flag? Oh, they don't. Okay, it'll set up third down and about 9.
He was too far away from the coaching half now. Easy, big fella. I think Steve Ross has got something for us. We'll go to him. Steve?
Yeah, John, we have another Cross Timbers injury update. Clark Boone for Stephenville has received what Dr. Evans has termed a mild concussion, so he's taken out right now. If you see Clark there, he's number 3 on the sidelines. He's up talking with the other players. It's not considered serious at all, but he kind of had his bell run pretty well. They're going to probably hold him out the rest of the game.
All right, thank you.
Try to get a picture on who's taking his place for the Jackets. It's Gordon Carroll taking his place at the end position. Once again, Peters in shotgun. He's in Pulliam in motion this time to the far sideline. Straight drop for Peters. Throwing across the middle, has an open receiver. It's through his hands. And I believe the open receiver on the play, whose number is not listed, probably heard a few footsteps going across the middle as that one went through his hands.
Well, I know you heard Ryan Harris, who was just bearing down on him. They've run that play 3 times tonight and been unsuccessful all 3 times. And Harris has just been right there with the good defense. It's kind of like the guy that has to play on the other side of Dion. You know, I mean, they're throwing at him every time.
Picks on him all the time.
Exactly.
It'll be 4th down, and the Roos will have to punt. The only reason they got positive yardage on that drive was from the
15-yard penalty.
The questionable call. I think I'll give it that. Will Hobbs will await the snap for punt at his own 35. Kick is away. Kick will come down at the 20. Will bounce straight up in the air and roll down to about the 17-16-yard line. Jackets return team got away from it. 35 yards on the kick. Stephenville starts 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Defense does their job again. 4:33 to go in the Rent City 3rd quarter. Stephenville 35, Weatherford 7, and Wayne Hicks of Stephenville, things looking good for you in the contest.
First time in a long time Stephenville this far. They have won the field position where you'd like to see them go ahead and either go all the way down and score or at least pick up, 30, 40 yards here, Boots, get that field position back.
Well, this helps pad stats for extra yardage after the game's over. Fake play action. Luker in shotgun looking to throw the deep ball to Cardinal. Has it open. 45, 40, 35, 30. He's going to escape. No, he will finally be caught at the 15-yard line. Pulliam trying from behind at the 15. But what a heck of a play action fake from Luker, who then hit Cardinal in stride right around the 50-yard. And Cardinal has to jack him up and down. He's open for 15. 69 yards on the play.
Yeah, Cody had the...
We understand we've lost our simulcast here locally. We'll fix that here momentarily. Inside handoff goes to Barras down to the 11-yard line.
There we go.
We're back up now. Wonder what that was. All right.
Well, we're having some trouble with that. We'll make a change to it. We can get done right now. Might be a little glitch here.
It might be a little just kidding. We'll see if that helps any. It is. It is now 2nd down and 6 for the Jackets. Luker is in shotgun formation. Trips to the near side. Luker setting up, looking to throw. Has an open receiver. Caught by Ford, and he gets to the end zone. Touchdown. Oh, Jacob DeFord's got to feel good about that. He makes the catch on the play from Luker from about 11 yards out. The kicker gets a touchdown, extends the lead to 41-7, 3:26 remaining in the Rent City 3rd quarter.
Well, that made up for the 3 points he missed. He got it all back.
Boren getting set for the extra point. The ball will be spotted at the 10-yard line. The kick is on the way. It is up, and it is true. With 3:26 to go here in the Rent City 3rd quarter, our score, Stephenville 42, Weatherford 7, back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Hello, friends. This is Greg Bruner for Bruner Motors, sitting on top of my old friend Buck here. You may think this is a lot of bull, but I've got some specials that are no bull deals for you.
GM certified used cars and trucks which have gone through an extensive 110-point inspection and come standard with a 12-month or 12,000-mile factory bumper-to-bumper warranty.
On behalf of our 90 employees, come on down to any of our 3 locations for your no bull deal. And by the way, we appreciate your business.
The Stephenville Athletic Booster Club wants to say thank you to Northland Cable for backing the Jackets and generously providing the time for this broadcast.
We come here on a glorious quest, a search for that which can be found nowhere else. Where, in the trenches where mighty men clash, amidst the echoes of glories past, high atop Olympus. Oh, this is our quest. This is what football is all about. Now all I gotta do is find that nacho guy.
Welcome back, Kangaroo Stadium. John Hollinger, Boots Elliott, 42-7. Stephenville on top of Weatherford. John, that last scoring drive.
You said something about stats, Boots. 3 plays, 83 yards, took 1 minute and 7. Luker to Bourne extra point. How's that for 7 points, huh? You do all the scoring on that one. That's not bad. At 3:26 to go in the third quarter, it's now 42-7. That scoring summary brought to you by Loopy's Breakfast and Lunch.
Which makes a pretty good burrito in the morning, Johnny.
Yeah, we've had a few of them, haven't we?
Well, we found out what was up with our simulcast. Our little unit, the batteries ran all the way down, and why not? It's been on for 5 hours, and we're only halfway through the third quarter pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to charge it longer tomorrow. For next week.
Well, I'll tell you what, my little unit's about run down, too.
Well, we're tired.
It's hot up here. Too hot.
42-7, our score in the third quarter. Stephenville on top. J.W. Bourne getting set to kick off. Now Peters and the other return man,
side
Peters,
by side,
are going to stand next to each other, and they'll wait a different kicker for the Jackets. Kick is away. Kicking for the Jackets is Harris. As the ball is bobbled by Peters at the 3, he picks it up, gets to the 5, to the 10, to the 20, cuts back to the 25, escapes up to the 29-yard line.
Boy, he's carrying that ball awfully loose, wasn't he?
And that's where they will start first and 10 at the 29. And let's find out, did anything happen to J.W. Bourne?
He's probably just tired.
Well, there he runs out to get the tee. What kind of deal is that? Harris kicks and Bourne has to go get the tee? Boy, Ross, get on the sideline and figure out what's up with that. How about that?
Oh, they're just passing the duties around a little bit. He's probably wore out. Heck, he's kicked half dozen times tonight or more.
And he just made that touchdown. Maybe he was a little winded after the score.
I think you're right.
3:12 to go here in the third quarter. Stephenville on top of Weatherford.
I mean, it's 6 touchdowns, Boots, and a field goal.
He's got it. That Boots got to be tired.
I'm telling you.
Peters is in shotgun formation. Trips to the far side, 2 to the near side. Peters standing at his own 25-yard line and waiting the snap. Snap back to him. He's setting up, looking to throw out in the flats. Has Chavers. Chavers makes the catch at the 34-yard line. Then he's met pretty rudely by Harris. Also in there on the stop for the Jackets. Getting some time at defensive end tonight, Gordon Carroll. It's a pickup on the play of about 5. It'll set up second and 5.
And McCormick almost took his head off. he was on a beeline for the receiver. Well, I imagine those Chambers is going back saying, if you're going to throw that out there, get it over there a little quicker.
Second and 5 for the Roos. Once again, Peters is in shotgun formation. 3 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. One of those is the tight end, and that is Hobbs. Snap back. Peters throwing out the flats again to Chambers, and Chambers is drilled by Harris and then just flung to the turf. Boy, look how excited Harris is right now.
I think they're going to be real close to the first down with the forward progress. They probably got it. Yeah.
It is enough for the first down. The ball out at about the 39 is where the spot will be. And Harris is getting very close on that play to picking it off. He's reading Peters as he throws the flats to Chambers. He's got to be very careful, though, that Peters doesn't try the fake pump and then let Chambers release. But Harris is getting very close to stepping out and taking that one the distance.
Well, they're in shotgun just to give Peters a little more time to throw the football.
Peters awaiting the snap back to him, setting up, looking to throw, still looking, in some trouble. Will throw this one deep over the head of everybody. And boy, he was drilled in the backfield by Craig Parks, was Peters. It'll be second and 10.
You know, that you could figure that pass had no chance of connecting, because just as soon as Peters throws it, he spins and turns away from the hit from Parks, and who can blame him? Man, Craig was just bearing down on him.
Second and 10 for Weatherford. Can we get a window unit up here?
Well, it's a little late for that, Boots.
1:56 to go in the Rent City third quarter. Things looking good for Wayne Hicks. You are listening to Yellow Jacket Football on KSTV Stephenville, KSTV FM Stephenville Granbury. Glad to have you along tonight. snap back to Peters. He runs a little bit and sets up across the middle. The ball's overthrown everywhere.
Oh, McCormick just
levels Hobbs going across the middle. It was 10 yards over Hobbs' head. McCormick said, well, I'm going to hit you anyway.
Yeah, you want to come in my territory, pal, you're gonna pay for it. And he just levels it as he goes up.
Well, the only bad thing about Weatherford starting to throw now,
it lengthens this game, doesn't it? Ooh.
151 after the incomplete. The clock is stopped here in the third quarter. Stephenville on top, 42-7. Peters is in shotgun formation. Trips to the far side, two to the near side. One of those receivers is a tight end. The snap is back to Peters, setting up, looking to throw. He's in some trouble. He'll be flushed to the far sideline. Setting up, will throw a deep ball on the far sideline. It's over the head of the intended receiver on the play, who was Grant Coates. Good downfield coverage for the Jackets. Over there was Brady Gunn with the coverage, and so it'll set up fourth down, and Peters has already had a long night.
I don't mean to laugh, but he's looking over like it was 97, Mickey. It was 97. He was looking like, what number was that just leveled me? Hey, the only reason Parks didn't get there, Harmon with a great block that time, is he stood up just as Craig went over him. And that's a pretty big hurdle to get over.
That's just a big collision.
Yeah, that.
So Hobbs will stand back at his own 25, awaiting the snap to punt again. Briles and check this. Is it Phelps back now? I believe Phelps is back for the Jackets as well to return. Trey Phelps, snap back on the way. Will go to Briles. Briles will get out of the way of it as he signals fair catch. The ball bounces backwards. It hits the 35, bounces back to the 40, back to the 45, and that's when the Jackets will begin. First and 10 at their own 45 with great field position. That punt only goes 15 yards.
It looks like your Bellata's taking his foot back.
Boy, a Bellata ball hits into a real soft bit green, taking one big hop and then
coming back.
Send it all the way back, baby.
Exactly what it looked like.
1:32 to go here in Lawrence City's third quarter. Boy, let's keep the ball on the ground. As Chris Evett is in the game now at quarterback, and expect just that. And probably a bunch of new guys in the game as well. We'll try to get to them as soon as we can. I believe Wright is in the backfield at tailback. He will go in motion to the far side. Evett under center. Straight drop, throwing out in the flat. Has an open receiver. It's Keel, but it one hops Keel, and he's not able to make any forward progress after the incomplete pass.
Yeah, that's keeping it on the ground. Look at this defense sitting over here on the bench, Booth. That's a lot of beef. That bench may collapse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys.
Boy, somebody does need to put a video camera, just leave it on that bench, because at any second it could just go.
What we got? We've got, well, I can't see if we're...
Somebody add the weight on that bench right now.
I don't think we want to know.
Goodness gracious.
Gunn, Hodges, Parks, Harmon, Gilson, Carroll Mercer, and McCormick. Goodness.
Evett on a keeper across midfield. He'll cut to the outside and should say gets to midfield. A pickup of about 5 on the play. It'll set up third down and 5. Just a quick outside hitter for Evett from quarterback. Ask my mom tomorrow what my prediction on this score was going to be.
All right.
I'll go ahead and tell you now, and if you don't believe me, you can ask her.
All right.
45-10.
Did you really?
Yes.
Boy, you're going to miss that by about 20 points.
Well, it's pretty good right now.
Yeah. I said 52 to 17. Huh?
You know, we'd have 45, John, if you had jinxed our kicker.
All right, yeah, good point.
Twins to the far side, one to the near side. Evett under center. He sends right in motion to the far sideline. Evett throws out to Keel. Keel makes a nice little grab, takes a throw. It takes one pass and another. 45, 40 out of bounds, actually to 41. It looked like Keel was going to be stopped for no gain on the play, but he breaks 2 tackles on the play and gets the first down for the Jackets. He'll go 8 yards. And Stephenville has first and 10 at the Weatherford 42.
Probably shouldn't have got anything. Just a great move by Keel after he caught the ball. And he had to kind of reach out and grab it. Made the great catch with good hands, and then just sidestepped a would-be tackler. And as you said, got enough for the first down and went picking up 8 yards.
Keel splits to the far sideline. 2 backs in I formation behind Evett. Tight end Toby O'Neill in the wing on the right side. Evett gives to the first guy through, and that is Tinklingberg, I believe. He gets inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Almost a fumble there, Boots. They had a little collision there, Evett and Tinklingberg. I think our Ren City Superstore contestant's gonna
breathe easy.
Gonna get them a Quasar VCR.
22 seconds and counting, and that will probably do it for the third quarter as the offense has been called to the sideline. It does. 15 seconds and counting in the third quarter. Congratulations to Wayne Hicks of Stephenville. You're the lucky contestant and winner of a Quasar VCR from Rent City as the end of the third quarter does come 4 seconds and counting. Red City bringing us the third quarter with our score at the end of 3. Stephenville 42, Weatherford 7, back in 1 minute on KSTV.
You know to call State Farm if your car gets damaged. But what if you need a little body work? Well, what you might not know is that your State Farm agent offers health insurance. Whether it's for minor repairs or a new set of wheels, or even long-term care, the company that protects your car can also help keep you in mint condition. If you need health insurance, State Farm is there.
Supporting the Jackets for over 30 years. Bill Tomlinson, class of 67. David Tomlinson, class of 71. The Stephenville Funeral Home, your family's friend in time of need in Stephenville.
Welcome back to action. Pitch to the near side is to Ferrasis. Ferrasis gets about 3 yards on the quick pitch. Gets to almost the 35-yard line of Weatherford as you hear the always famous Go Jackets Go cheer.
Well, we've got some updated scores now. That Breckenridge-Graham game is in the fourth quarter. Breckenridge on top 28-23. Boy, that's a great game right there. Early all over Water Valley, 48-6. And Goldthwaite 39-7 over Heiko. That's in the third quarter.
Evatt is under center. Handoff over the right side is Ferrasis. Ferrasis using good leg strength. Gets inside to the 30-yard line. It's enough for another first down. And the Jackets are content with the second crew just to stay on the ground. And why not when you're moving the chains?
Well, they may not even have to throw the ball again now, Boots. It's just...
And let's hope they don't.
And boy, you got to look at the defense for Weatherford. They're just hands on hips, breathing deep, and they got to be worn out.
Band having some fun.
Yeah.
Evatt under center, one back behind him is right. Twins to the far side, double tight end look. Inside pitch, check that. It's an outside pitch right. Across the 30, goes out of bounds at about the 26-yard line. Another solid pickup of about 4 yards on the play. Almost 5. Only bad part about it, John?
Went out of bounds.
Exactly. The clock stops with 10:59 in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter brought to us this year by Techstar Ford with a great commercial.
Buckaroos.
Jerry Jeff.
Yes, it is. Let's see who the Jackets have in there right now. Megan is in there. Megan,
yes.
Let's see who else on that O-line. Derek Haney. Oh, we'll get the rest of them.
Evatt is under center. Inside trap handoff to Tinklingberger across the 25 down to the 24-yard line. A pickup of about 2 on the play.
Van Haddam is centering. Brian Keegans is in there as well on the right side, and
there ought to be one more we can't quite see to get credit for all this crew that's in it right now. Matt Megan, you got him.
I think it's the left guard. I think that's the only one we...
Come on, guy, turn a little bit. Help us out here.
Well, we'll get him here in a minute.
It is third down and 4 for the Jackets. They need to get just outside the 21-yard line. Evatt under center. Handoff goes to Ferrasis. Ferrasis in trouble. He'll be stacked up at the 24-yard line. And maybe a gain of 1. It'll be 4th and 3. Did you say Chad Stacy?
Yes.
That will round out the offensive line right now. Well, 4th and 3. Do you go for it? Or do you send Boren back in the game, give him another shot?
I'd say you go for it. I mean, it's obvious, and I don't mean this sarcastically, but it's obvious they're not going to move the football on you right now, so you might as well give your offense a chance to get a touchdown here.
4th and 4. Right is at tailback. It is for Tinklingberger at fullback. Evatt under center. Fake pitch to the near side. Rolling out is Evatt. He's got some running room across the 25. He gets inside the 20. Great move at the 15 to the 10 to the 5. Touchdown, Chris Evatt. Great running, but hold on. There is a flag on the play at the 10-yard line. Let's wait and get a check. It is against Stephenville, so no touchdown. The flag was thrown at the 10-yard line. This will be very interesting because if they mark off 10 yards from the foul, it'll be right still at the first down marker and still 4th down. It is, I believe, by the spot of the ball, still enough for the first down. It is. Stephenville will have 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line, so wipe away the nifty 25-yard run by Evatt.
So give him 15.
Well, he's at the 25. He got to the 10, correct. And then you back it up 10 yards for the penalty. So 15 yards credited for Evan on the run, and then 10-yard penalty. First and 10 for the Jackets at the 20-yard line of the Roos. Into the game now at quarterback, Kendall Briles. 3 backs behind him. This is a big-time hammer set. Give to the first guy through. No, Briles with the keeper at the 20, inside the 15. Nice move to the 14. He faked the ball to Tinkleyberg and then made a nice job, did a nice job of making the end miss him. Got 6 yards to the 14. It's 2nd down and 4.
And some of the other offensive linemen have gone back into the game for that hammer time set, Boots.
Aaron Collier back in the game. You're right. This is something the Jackets probably want to get some work on before district to work on the hammer time offense.
Well, just give these guys sitting in the next room here something to think about. They want Hodges out there, too, looks
Van
like.
Haddam is back in the game at center as well. Briles give to the second back through. It's Ferrasis. He cuts up at the 15, inside the 10, gets down to about the 8 to the 7-yard line. It's another first down for the Jackets. They'll have first and goal to go from the 7.
Looked like the coaches were calling for Jack Hodges. Maybe he's going to be part of that hammer time as well. That wouldn't be unusual for a linebacker to be in the hammer time set, would it?
Seen it a lot in the last few years, haven't you?
Yes.
8:53 and counting here in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter, and the clock rolls mercifully 42-7. Stephenville on top of Weatherford.
Well, Monk is in there. He's a linebacker, so.
3 backs again behind Briles. Double tight end set. Shift out of it, double wing back with 1 back behind Briles. Briles on the inside, trap to Ferrasis. Inside the 5 to the goal line. Does he get in? No signal yet. He was stood up right at the 1-yard line was Ferrasis. That was a nifty little inside wing back trap. It gets to the 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal from right there. 8:17 and counting.
By the way, I think a little of this might have to do with the last couple of times these two teams have played.
Sure.
Just to remind you, who's the dominant team here tonight?
Hodges is in the game at running back. Ferrasis and Tinkleyberg with Briles under center, double tight end set. Briles under center. Give to the first man through. It's Tinkleyberg. He gets to the goal line. Now he gets there, touchdown. Second effort from Tinkleyberg. Gets across the goal line. He scores. So it's 7:53 to go in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter, extending down the lead, 48-7. PAT yet to come.
I believe Tinkleyberg was he was stopped on his initial drive, and he just spun to his right,
kept his legs moving, and picked up the touchdown. Foreign getting set for the extra point. Snap back to KC, the hold, the kick is on the way, it is up, and it is good. 7:53 to go in the ball game. Stephenville 49, Weatherford 7. We'll return with the Techstar Ford fourth quarter after this.
New star in town, Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury. Come see the difference for yourself. New owners, anxious to win your business with the best possible deals. New hours, open weekdays till 7 and now open Saturday till 6. And most of all, new attitude. You'll love dealing with the friendly people at Techstar. If you don't buy from us, it won't be because of the price. Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury, Stephenville.
Kickoff by Ryan Harris. We've got some update on a few scores.
Well, if I hadn't jinxed JW, they'd have my score. I said 52. There you go.
So it's my fault. Exactly.
I take full credit for losing 3 points tonight.
Harris' kick is away. Deep end over end kick that will come down at about the 3-yard line out to the 5 by Pierce. The 10 across the 15, finds his team 20, 25, 30 on the far sideline, 40. Harris will size him up and run him down at the far sideline at about midfield.
Katane guys got caught inside, Boots, on that wall, and
boy, that's not going to make several of the coverage defensive coaches very happy.
Now, in the first time in the second half to be across midfield, they'll start at the Stephenville 49-yard line with 7:39 to go in the ballgame. That's impressive. And the band played on.
Well, a few people starting to file out here on the visiting side, and a lot of people have left for Weatherford at one point who had a pretty big crowd. Peters is under center, 2 backs behind him, 2 receivers to the near side. Peters throwing out in the flat, has the receiver, but it's dropped incomplete. Ball may have been slightly underthrown. That's number 8 for Kangaroos of Weatherford, who is not listed in the program.
Well, of course, they're the folks that are leaving early. When you get to your car, just turn on 93.1, and we'll have the interview with Coach Briles coming up after the game. Also, we'll have the plays of the game, which are going to be plenty. And we'll have some stats, and we'll have some scores for you. And then, of course, after that, we'll have the wrap-up scoreboard show with Shane and taking in those calls from all around the region on some area games of importance.
Peters in shotgun formation, snap back to him, looking to throw out in the flats, has a receiver caught at midfield and then escapes across the 40 to the 35-30, 25-20, inside 15, 10, 5. He will score on the play. Making the touchdown was Garrett Hudson. He caught the ball at about midfield and ran away from a lot of the Jacket defenders who, this is some of the first playing time they've gotten tonight.
49 yards on that touchdown. The tackle was almost made at the 38 by Coach Copeland.
He was pretty close.
Did you see that? He was out on the field about a step, and he was like, oh, sorry.
Well, and even though most of the guys in there right now would be somewhat considered a second unit, that does not make Mike Copeland happy.
No.
Getting set for the extra point is Mason Cuddle. The kick is on the way. It is up, and it is good. And a late flag, as I think Jacket came in late and drilled, hit the kicker pretty hard. And so let's keep it right here.
Yeah, there's going to be they'll just do that on the kickoff, I'm sure. It should be about a 15-yarder, in fact.
Let's wait and see. This is probably a dead ball, unsportsmanlike, or personal foul 1.
Yeah, it'll be a personal foul.
It is a personal foul against Stephenville, roughing the kicker. So it'll be put on the kickoff with 7:23 and Weatherford trailing 49-14 to Stephenville. Let's take a 30-second timeout. We're back right after this.
Health Focus Foods would like to show your athlete how to get maximum performance through supplementation. We help boys and girls in all sports to have more endurance, increased performance, stronger bones, and greater lean muscle mass. Supplementation has been proven in all sports to be a critical part of the young athlete's diet, helping your children the same way we would help ours. Come by and see Mike for the best selection, best prices at Health Focus Foods. Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, Saturday, 9 to 6, Sunday, 1 to 5.
7:23 remaining in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. Stephenville on top 49-14. With the penalty, it'll move the ball to midfield, and that's where the Kangaroos will kick off. And you probably can expect an onside kick, as the ball will actually be kicked off from the 45-yard line of Stephenville. It's moved up 15 yards on the penalty.
Well, and I think I'd go for the pooch. There's no sense in just gaining 25 yards off this penalty, and might even just kind of squib it down there, maybe try an onside kick.
Well, if you onside and the Stephenville hands crew gets on it, the worst for you Kangaroos is that Stephenville gets the ball inside the 35-yard line, and you got a chance of getting it on the onside kick.
Sure. That's not a bad idea right here. Give you an opportunity to work on that phase of your game.
Getting ready to kick off for the Kangaroos. Number 30, Cameron Streck. Streck will approach the ball at the Stephenville 45-yard line. It's a high kick that will go out of the back of the end zone. Now explain that to me.
I really do not understand that. I mean, nothing else, just squib it along the ground and
give your coverage crew a chance to pin Stephenville deep.
Yeah, well, I guess the 20 at this point is probably not bad. Oh, man, what a game this has been tonight, Boots. 7:18 to go in this ball game. It was never really in doubt as Stephenville jumped out to a 21-0 lead, and of course left 21-7 at the half, giving up that touchdown late. And now they just roll along here, scoring 3 times in the third quarter, put this thing completely out of reach.
Prowls under center, hands to the second back through. I believe that's right. He gets out to about the 23-yard line. We'll wait till the umpire make sure it was right. We get Steve Ross to pick up his walkie-talkie and call back up into the booth. A little message for him here momentarily. It'll be second down and 8 for the Jackets.
When Kendall comes back into the game, I guess he's probably gonna finish the game out here in the fourth quarter.
Kendall is under center. Bacon rolling to the far side is Prowls. Prowls trying to make a move to the outside. He does. 25 across the 30, 35 across the 40. Goes out of bounds at the 45-yard line. You get to see some of the nifty foot speed in the outside of Prowls.
Looks like 21. Yeah, they're going to mark him out to 44. 21-yard gain by the quarterback, and not a bad play.
First and 10 for the Jackets, their own 44-yard line. And if Steve Ross would pick up his walkie-talkie, please. Thank you.
Just like a personal message here,
Yes.
Boots?
John, would you call this play for me?
I'd love to, Boots. Browns on the toss, left to right, or right to right, right to right, to the 45, up near the 46, maybe the 47-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of about 3 on the play. That'll bring up second down and 7.
Did you enjoy that, Johnny?
Yeah, right to the right.
Second down and 7 coming up.
That kind of threw me off there.
Second down, 7 coming up for the Jackets. Browse again is under center. Hand off to the second back through. It's right. Right gets his head almost taken off. He gets up a yard about to the 49-yard line. Well, we saw one of the Stephenville cheerleaders being attended to there on the sideline by the training staff and Colin Schillenlaw. Have to figure out if everything is all right with her. Just as integral part of the game as the players are, as the cheerleaders proved to me 2 weeks ago. Third down, 6 coming up.
That'll teach you.
All those signs in my front yard.
You got a sign in your front yard?
A lot of them by the cheerleaders one night.
You should.
Third down and 6. Biles under center. Throwing out in the flat to an intended receiver. Underthrows Keel, I believe, so to set up fourth down.
Coach back in there taking care of things, making sure everything's all right. She's in good hands there.
Fourth down and 6 as Evatt will get ready to punt. Let's go to Steve. Steve, cheerleaders all right down there?
Haven't got a chance to find out yet. I'm waiting. I think the young lady's talking with her father and Dr. Evans from Cross Timbers Orthopedics. She's up talking, looks to be okay. We'll get an update for you right away.
Evatt punts the ball to Pierce. It goes to about the 14-yard line. Pierce gets out of the way, and that's where the Kangaroos will start first and 10 at their own 14-yard line. 37 yards on the Evatt kick.
Ross probably didn't know he had this duty when he took this job.
You got to chase around every injury on the field, boy.
Boots, I'm just impressed that you recognize that.
Well, you know, after the
slipped by me completely.
There you go. First and 10 at the 13-yard line. You know there'd be a lot of mamas and daddies to be concerned about that.
We need the mercy rule right here.
Throw in the towel, please. 4:58 to go in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. Stephenville 49, Weatherford 14. Peters still in the game under center, 2 backs behind him. Straight drop, now throwing out in the flats, has a receiver, he makes the catch, and then it's drilled at the 18. I've got to stop saying drilled. It is a gain of 1 possibly on the play. Check that, I said the 18, it's at the 14-yard line.
And kudos there to Trey Phelps, who let one get by him just on the last series, makes a great open field tackle at the 15.
Second and 9 coming up for the Roos, 4:35 and counting. Well, Stephenville will go to 3-0 for the first time, John, since
1994.
That is exactly correct. A good sign there. Peters under center. Gives the ball to the first back through. Carrying the ball for the Kangaroos was Garrett Hudson.
Hey, after the win next week at Everman,
right?
Ask me when the last time they went 4-0.
Okay.
Will you do that for me?
I'll do that for the entire season, John.
I think I know the answer every time.
Third down and 3 coming up for the Roos. 3:58 and counting here in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter.
All right, we'll go to Steve Ross right after this play. I think he's ready for us.
Peters is under center, 3 backs behind him. They'll line up in the bone, 1 split receiver to the far side. Peters gives to the second man through. A lot of running room across the 25, across the 30, 35, 40. He may go across the 40 to the 35, 30. Being chased, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Ed Pulliam will go 74, 79 yards on the play. And what at one point was a blowout has now become 49-21 if the extra point is good.
Nothing wrong with that. Let's go down to Steve Ross now.
Whether on or off the field, success requires focus, knowledge, and action. At Investment Centers of America, we focus on your goals, offer you our cumulative knowledge of investments, and recommended actions that fit your objectives. We enjoy being your coach, but you're the quarterback. After all, it is your money. Investment Centers of America, Town and Country Bank Building, Stephenville. Investment Centers of America. We know the territory.
Welcome back. Weatherford Stadium, Kangaroo Stadium. Weatherford tacking on a couple late, somewhat meaningless scores. I know that the Jacket defensive crew would not like to have given those up, but they really didn't have any outcome in the ball game. 3:27 remaining in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. Earlier in the game, Luker has been done for a while. He's 15 of 28, 300 yards, and has 3 touchdowns on the night.
So he completed 3 passes in the second half. Right, he had 12 at the half.
But they were pretty long ones.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, 300 yards passing, that'll certainly keep him leader in the state. Onside kick is on the way, and it is taken by one of the Jacket up men. He makes a nifty catch at the 49-yard line. That's where Stephenville will start 1st and 10.
What a great kick, man. That's exactly what you want, the hop and then the big hop. And
Mason Poodle getting the big kangaroo hop, if you will.
Oh, man.
Thank you.
Pulled that one right out of your pouch, didn't you?
Yeah, that's a good one, too, Johnny. You asked for it. Well, you want big blowout. Yeah. You got to take John and I what we give to fill the time.
Yeah, we're sorry.
Sorry. I'm getting looks up in the booth like you guys, jokers. Just quit and call the game.
Okay.
1st and 10 for the Jackets. They're on 49-yard line. 3:22 to go in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. Stephenville 49, Weatherford 21. Browse is under center. Hands to the first man through. It's Tinklingberg. He gets a solid, good 5 yards on the opening play. Gets to the 46-yard line of Weatherford. 3:15 and counting. A couple first downs here, and that'll just about run out most of the clock.
Yeah, I think a lot of people lost interest in this one a long time ago. It's kind of like when you're dealing and you're not in the hand.
Yeah, you're already folded, and you're, hurry up, let's get the next hand. You guys bet, please.
You just well go to the, walk around the table.
2nd down and 5 for the Jackets.
I love playing spades.
How do you fold it spades? All right, under center is Browse, and no, it's a fake. Browse coming to the near side, got running room across the 45 to the 40 to the 35. He'll go out of bounds at the 31-yard line. A nice pickup by Browse. 15 yards on the carry. Clock will stop at the 31. Should say at the 2:37 mark as Browse went out at the 31. First down for Stephenville.
Kendall putting some numbers up.
How many yards rushing so far for Kendall in the ball game? 42 yards rushing on how many carries? On 3 carries. John, do the math there.
I can't. It's too late.
So I think it's about 14.
My brain is dead. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, it would be.
Browse under center, running the option, gives to Tinklingberg. Tinklingberg powers his way inside the 27 to almost the 26. Actually, the 27 is where the knee went down, so a pickup of about 4 on the play. 2:26 and counting.
Referee sure taking his time now, bringing the play in. All right, everybody ready?
Now we'll start the 25-second clock with 2:16 and counting.
The official's going, I just now bled if you guys want to take a few more seconds. Still 15 seconds on the 25-second clock as we come to the line of scrimmage.
Browse again under center. Right is the tailback behind him. Pitch to right trying to cut up. He gets hit pretty hard at the 25-yard line. That's where he'll go down after a gain of about 2. So it'll set up 3rd down and 5 and 150 and counting.
Let's hope we can run the clock out here.
Let's kick a field goal to get over the 50-point mark.
This isn't Cleveland.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, but they're coming up pretty soon. Well, we haven't been the 50s yet this year. I just kind of wanted to do that.
Well, if I'd have shut my mouth earlier in the game, we would have been.
Yeah, we have an easy cut for us on there. 1:23 to go. Browse has got 2 backs behind him, Tinklingberg and Wright. Browse on the keeper. He pitches out to Wright. 25. He gets to the 20, down to about the 16-yard line. First down for the Jackets, and they'll stop the...
Once again, it's time for us to show our support for Yellow Jacket football. That means a lot of traveling. The all-new 99 Chevy Silverado pickup will get you there safely, in comfort, and in style. I invite you to stop by and see our staff about this all-new Chevy truck. And when you do, you will meet a staff that genuinely cares about you and your family. We consider ourselves family and encourage you to do the same. From all of our staff to you, travel safely and go Jackets!
Riles under center, hands the ball to the second man through. It's Wright. Wright gets inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line. 41 seconds and counting, and they probably have to run
this
one more play.
May not even blow it in, Boots. That may be it. Knowing him, at least he's smart enough to know.
Well, they're toweling off the ball a little bit here, taking their time. 30 seconds, making sure the down's right, looking up.
We're not surely.
And now he'll blow it in under 25 seconds and counting, so we don't have to